Hi!
Hello, hello, friends. Hello, hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. I saw Saturday just gets better. That's a cool message. Powerfly got first. Powerfly got a daily. Phoenix got a daily. Jason got a daily. AQGHS got a daily. Hello, hello. Is the first posted supposed to say who claimed first? Oh, wow. I forgot I had that. Yeah, it should actually. Is it on this screen? Oh no, I turned it off because it wasn't working. I forgot the label's still there though. I guess that's just part of my background. I should set that up again. Kathy's to-do list. Hi, kitty. Can I pick you up? Wait, sticky note. My to-do list is actually gradually getting smaller. I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star. Fix. I want to try again to fix that heart thing. I don't know why it's not working. If I call it first posted, I'll know what that means. The heart's so weird because it's literally the same setup as all of the alerts, and those work fine. Aloha from tropical North Texas. Ooh! David, I just recorded your puzzle like 20 minutes ago. It was really good. I liked it. Comedy show? That sounds fun. I saw your message. You said you were going out tonight. Sounds like a good time. Just watched you solve my 4x4. So glad you liked it. Heck yeah. These 413 puzzles are so good. I'm having a good time with them. Forgot to ask earlier. Oh, totally fine. Yeah, they're your guys' puzzles, right? Totally fine. Wherever you want to post them. I'll have the video posted at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Hi, Luna. All right, going to real quick turn on music without lyrics, and also turn it down a little bit. And then I'm sorry, I am gonna turn off gambling so we can focus on Sudoku, but it'll be a good time. We'll have fun either way. Ooh, lasted 5 minutes this time. That's kind of funny. Do, 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 do. And I'm gonna turn off the points thing. I'm not turning off the moderator commands like I always do. I always hit the wrong button, which is kind of funny. Okay, Cheez It puzzle number 2. I'll put Q pause to the top so we can see it. Cheez It puzzle number 2. The Cheez It ring by Phoenix Aki. Most of us are familiar with the Fistamafel ring, but it seems that very few are aware of the Cheez It ring, discovered by Phoenix Aki in April 2025, that we worries the world might not be ready to handle its salty power. Oh my gosh. Rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. All right, so, numbers 1 through 9, once each in every box. Once each in every row, once each in every column. We're gonna have to figure out where they go. We have dynamic fog. Most of the grid is covered with gray fog. Placing correct digits may progressively clear away the fog, at minimum under itself and sometimes in other cells as well. Okay, wow. Okay, we have white dots. Salt. Digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive. So these two cells will be consecutive, just the way you count. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, etc., etc. On each of these white dots here. Salamander got a daily. Hello, hello. I should make them salty, hence the white dots everywhere. That's funny. Killer cages. Digits surrounded in dotted line cages must sum to the number given in the top left corner of the cage. So we can see this one, these 4 cells, right? We see the entire outline. Yeah, these 4 cells will sum to be 24. The cells in this cage are going to sum to be 10. The cells here will sum to be 17, etc., etc. Hi, Luna. German whispers. Adjacent digits on green lines must differ by at least 5. So we see the start of one, which is really, this is really funny, actually, because if the Cheez-Its were inspired by Jason's love for Cheez-Its, green is also his favorite color. So, German whispers being part of the puzzle is cool, too. Adjacent digits on green lines must differ by at least 5. So, if this is like a 3, then the number next to it would have to be an 8 or a 9 because we need the 2 adjacent digits to be a difference of 5. We have X. Digits separated by an X must sum to 10. I don't know if I see any of those right now, but say there's an X on this line right here, then these 2 digits will sum to 10. A digit in a white circle is the same of the digits along that circle's arrow, is the sum of the digits along that circle's arrow. I don't see any arrows right now, but if there was a circle here, I'm gonna do that. If we had a circle with an arrow like that, then these 2 digits would sum to be whatever this digit is. And that's how that works. Very cool. There is a link to the puzzle pinned. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, I believe they should both be there. How do we want to get started? Help in chat welcome, by the way. I love getting help during streams. It's really cool. 24 is cool. 9 plus 8 is 17. So I would need 7 more. I could do like 9, 8, and 3, 4, right? For 24, that would work. It's an option. I could also do like 8, 7, and 4 and 5. Is this Cheez-It ring its own set theory? We're gonna figure out, I guess. So, real quickly, Fistamafel ring essentially means that whatever digits are in these corners are also going to go here. And we can prove that this is a set of 9 digits. The color's behind the Cheez-It here. But this is a set of 9 digits, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is also a set of 9 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we don't know where they are, but we know that the blue set and the green set contain the same digits, right? There will be 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, etc., etc. If we were to overlap these sets, we know that this is the numbers 1 through 9 once each. We know that this is the numbers 1 through 9 once each. If we take over the overlap, because say this is a 1, a 5, and a 7 here, if we take those out, then now we know that these 6 blue digits and these 6 green digits, we don't know what they are, but we know they're the same numbers. And so you can keep overlapping them over and over again and eventually get a really cool setup. Oh wait, I think normally how we set it up is like this, right? No, I always forget. There's the way that I think about it is not the easiest way to see it, and so I never set it up correctly. It's these 4 rows, isn't it? What's the nice easy way to see it? I suppose I should look at chat when I ask questions, right? Cannot join a Twitch, but it's nice to see you here. Heck yeah! I do the Sudoku streams on YouTube as well. Row 3, row 7, column 3, column 7. So these are 4 sets. It's also, I can't see it with the Cheez-It. Here, I'll do what chat said. Oh, you meant take those out, sorry. This isn't the way I think about it. How does this one work? What else do I color with this one? You end up with that the Cheez-Its are gonna have the same digits in them. This isn't the way I normally think about it. Ooh. 1, 3, 7, 9, the other group. The normal way starts with column 4 and 7 and box 2 and 8. It's also hard to read it in chat. Either way, you can set up sections so that you get that these cells are going to end up being the same as these cells. The way I normally picture it in my head has like overlapping regions from the start, and so you have to take out 2 blue. Minisham got a daily. Hello, hello. 3 and 7, not 4 and 7. Oh, from what you typed, I see. Not column 47. I don't know what puzzle you're looking at that has 47 columns. So these 3 cells sum to be 12, but we also need this one to be consecutive with this. These 4 cells sum to be 30. Oh, that one looks nice, actually. Because they need to be 4 different numbers, right? 9 plus 8 is 17, plus 7 is 24, plus 6 is 30. I do have a middle finger emote, but don't tell Twitch that. Weird is much more exciting. But if you're teaching somebody for the first time, it's not cool to do the weird way because then nobody understands. Columns 3 and 7 and boxes 2 and 8, and the other set is rows 1, 2, 8, and 9. Here, I'll go through it again. This is how I normally think about it. These boxes are blue, and then, so that's 4 sets, right? And then this is 1 set, 2, 3, and 4. If you make these green, and then you remove the overlap, but you also have to think that technically this cell has 2 green in it, and this cell has 2 green in it, and this cell has 2 green in it. So I can remove these overlaps that are just 1 blue and 1 green. And then in this one, it's 2 green and 1 blue. So if I remove, you can't see it behind the Cheez-It, but if I remove 1 blue and 1 green, I'm left with 1 green here, and I'm left with 1 green here, and 1 green here, and 1 green here. So then the sets left over are these 16 cells, and these 16 cells will have the same digits in them. But thinking about 2 greens in the same cell isn't always easy and approachable. Middle finger emoji because on phone. There's more cages we can look at. The 16 cage is either 1, 2, 6, 7 or 2, 3, 5, 6. 16 cage is either 1, 2, 6, 7. 16 cage. Oh, there's 2 different ways it has to go. 1, 2, 6, 7 or 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. I do have one thing I'm tempted to say because it threw some people off on Logic Masters off unintentionally, but that's up to you. It doesn't spoil what to do, but more of what not to do. Ooh. Should we wait till we get a bit further in? I feel like I haven't looked at the puzzle too much yet because I've been rambling about Fisto Ring to chat. Maybe like if we get to that point and like it gets stuck. I don't know what this cage is. I don't know what this cage is. This is 16. Chat says we have a couple options. 17 with 2 consecutive numbers. I mean, this could be like a 8 and this could be a 4 and a 5. I have some options. I do know that 10 in 4 cells needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And these 2 are consecutive and these 2 are consecutive, so that's fine. One of these will be 1, 2, and one of these will be 3, 4. So we can also look at stuff like somewhere out here, we're gonna have to use small digits like 1, 2, 3, and 4. And big digits like 6, 7, 8, and 9. Don't know where yet. This is a German whisper. So this digit specifically won't be a 5. We know that 5s don't go on German whispers. Oh, I was thinking it might be neat to look at sum totals. Like we know that this Cheez-It ring, we would know the sum of these cells, but we don't really know the sum of these because we don't know the cage total. So never mind, that might not be what I want to look at. Consecutive digits. I also know that this won't be a 1, 2, 3, or 4. And this won't be, oh, okay, this is the start of a German whisper. It's not a 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's also not a 5 because you can't put 5s on German whisper lines. So this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. This digit will have to be a high number of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or, sorry, not a 5, not a 5, not a 5. It's going to be a 6, 7, 8, 9, and I know specifically it'll be this 6, 7, 8, 9. That might be useful for something. I also don't know where the German whisper line goes after that. So it would be a low number wherever it goes. This 1, 2, 3, 4 is not this one. That's okay. Do I want to look at 12 again? Or 17 again? 17 again. That's that movie with Zac Efron in it, right? "17 cage is either 458, 467, or 278. Okay. We need this whole thing to be an odd number. And I know that 2 consecutive digits, whatever they are, they sum to be an odd number. So I need this to be even. That's interesting. This needs to be 2, 4, 6, 8 because it needs to be even. But we're saying really only an 8 or a 4 or a 2. If this is a 2, this would be 2 consecutive numbers that sum to 15. So 7, 8. If this was a 4, this would be 2 consecutive numbers that sum to 13. So 6, 7. If this is a 6, 2 consecutive numbers that sum to 11, it would have to be another 5 and 6, which isn't going to work. An 8 would make this 2 consecutive numbers that sum to 9. So 4, 5. Okay. Row 7, column 4. I like having this on when I'm reading chat. Row 7, column 4 is kind of restricted. Okay. We are getting a good amount of low digits, maybe. I don't know if this is an 8 yet. It affects box 9 a bunch. Whatever this digit is needs to go in here somewhere. It can't go here. My Sudoku pad is like laggy. Is it because I have Katadoku open in the background? It could be. This digit needs to go in here somewhere. It can't go here. What does it mean? What am I not seeing? That cell where you put 248 is actually only 24. If this was an 8, this would need to be 2 consecutive digits that sum to 9. So it'd be 4, 5. What's wrong with 8, 4, 5? It would mean that this can't be a 4 and this can't be a 4. Is that bad? If this is a 1, 2, 3 and this is a 1, 2, 3? If row 7, column 4 is 2, that puts 7 and 8 on the white dot in the 17 cage. Is that Okay, it can be an 8. Okay. This seems like a lot of options, so I want to leave it unpenciled, but also it might be a good idea. If this is an 8, this is a 4, 5. If this is a 4, this needs to be 13, so it'd be 6, 7. If this is a 2, this needs to be 15, so it'd be 7, 8. I didn't understand how this affects box 9. Did somebody say something else about that? If we have 7, 8 on the white dot in 17 cage, where does 7, 8 go in box 9? Okay. If this were to be 7, 8, so if this goes 2, 7, 8, I need 7, 8 in here. It's not here, it's not here, it's not here. It also can't go here. And if I were to put 7, 8 on this Cheez-It, that's already 15 in 2 cells, and I can't get 2 cells to be 1. That's clever. So this won't actually be 7, 8. This is either 4, 6, 7, or 8, 4, 5. We could go further with that probably. What if this is 4, 6, 7? 6, 7 also needs to go in here somewhere and can't go here. So 6, 7 would be going here. 6 plus 7 is 13. So this could be 6, 7, 1, 2. That would be fine. That would be fine. Oh, but where would... Well, I have this as an option for the smaller numbers. If I put an 8 here, 8, 4, 5. An 8 can't go here, an 8 can't go here. 7, 8 gets you 15. I don't think I want 8 on this Cheez-It at all. So putting 8 up here, not just on the dot, but 8 also here would break this. I think this needs to be a 4. 4, and this would be 6, 7. That would be fine. But 8 going up here breaks things. No 8's allowed on the 16 Cheez-It. Let's clean up some things first. This won't be a 4. And 4 and 3 are the ones that go together on this, so this won't be a 3. This can't be a 4, but that's fine. I haven't changed anything on here yet. 6, 7 now we established needs to go in here somewhere. One of these is going to be a 6, 7. The other one's going to be a 1, 2. Meaning I'm using 1, 2 in this region already, so this needs to be a 3. On a German Whisper, I can't put a 6 or a 7 next to a 3, but an 8 or 9 would work, which also means this is an 8 or a 9. This consecutive dot, one of these needs to be 8, 9, one of these needs to be 6, 7. Chat's moving fast. Did I miss something? Elegant and not intended. Ooh! It worked out so nice, though. This 8, 9's the same as that 8, 9. That's okay. I have a 6, 7. I have another 6, 7. One of the 6, 7's is here. One of the 1, 2's would be here. What? You liked the intended opening. Oh no! What were you thinking? Is there a certain way that this works? I said at the beginning I could have like a 9, 8 and a 3, 4, I think is what I said. And then I kind of left because I thought there'd be more options than that, but actually... No, because then you could do like 7, 8, and 4, 5. 6, 7, and 6, 5. No, that doesn't work. One of these will be high and one of these will be low-ish. The 8, 9 is an 8 because once we get rid of 4, I think that gets rid of 9. Oh, wait, hold on. Well, this needs to not be a 3 and this needs to not be a 4 for one. Once we get rid of 4, I think that gets rid of 9. Oh, wait, I don't understand that. I don't understand what you mean by that. The digits in the 10 cage being locked out of column 3 in box 1. Okay. The 10 cage. Oh, these numbers now, 1, 2, 3, 4, can't go here. Forces only one valid way to fill the 24 cage. Ooh. So we did kind of the same thing, but with high numbers down here then. 1, 2, 3, 4 needs to go in here somewhere. They can't go here. Two of them at least are gonna have to go in here. And that's some low numbers. So if one of these was 3, 4, that's already 7. And then the biggest that this possibly could be is 8, 9. So this ends up having to be a 3, 4, 8, 9. Meaning 1, 2 is gonna go out here. The smaller that our small side gets, like 3, 4, if it goes down to 2, 3, or 1, 2, the 8, 9 would have to get even bigger, and that's not possible. Nice. This is a 1, 2. There was something about getting rid of a 9 here. I didn't see that. Well, it also means that 8, 9 needs to go here. We can pencil that. This 1, 2 needs to be one of these along with a 5. This is going to be a 1, 2, 5. Do I have less options here now? It can't be 1, 2. It can't be 8, 9. These need to sum to 12. I know that this row is 45. I also know what these two digits are. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a 4, 5. I might as well pencil these so I have options later. This ends up being a 1, 2 also, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I miss something? Nope, these are all pairs. That's fine. This needs to be a 1, 2, 5. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. This ends up being an 8, 9. I think I could figure these out, actually. These are pairs? I thought they were numbers. Oh my god, you're so funny. You can pencil 5, 6, 7 in box 1, 8, 9 at the bottom of column 3. Sick. Let's see. 1, 2, 8, 9. I keep looking at this, but I don't know what it is, Kathy. 3 numbers that sum to 12, and I can't do 1, 2. The lowest numbers I could use would be 3, 4, and 5, which is 12. Actually. That's the lowest it can be. So this can't be a 5. It's gonna have to be consecutive with one of these, which means this is gonna be a 6 and this is gonna be a 5. Things are revealing! Oh, wow. Nice. 3, 4. Does anything see anything that I need to pay attention to? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is gonna end up being a 7, 8, 9. Not show average puzzle. Purely visual and not part of the logic. Okay, some people thought you had to use set equivalence ring stuff for the break-in. That's not required intended and would be much harder. Oh, nice. I went through the long process of explaining what it is just in case and didn't need it. This is for sure a 5 and then a 1, 2. We'll come back to that. This is a 6. This is 6, 7. 6, 7. They don't really see each other. Well, I technically know what digits would go in here, right? But also just because I know these for the box. This is going to be a 3, 4, 6, 7. This is a 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's okay. All right, what else do we have? Oh, we have consecutive dots here too. Look at that. Ooh. 3 numbers in a row. I can't use both 3 and 4, and I can't use both 6 and 7. I could do 1, 2, 3, it looks like. I could do 4, 5, 6. I could do 7, 8, 9. I think anything other than that. I think the way that these see this 3, 4, and the 6, 7 really narrows that down, and that's really cool. 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1 works. I can't do 2, 3, 4 because that breaks this. I can't do 3, 4, 5 because this breaks. 4, 5, 6 isn't an option. 5 would be in the middle. I can't do 5, 6, 7, and I can't do 6, 7, 8, but I could do 7, 8, 9, putting 8 in the middle. And this is going to be the same way. This is also a 2, 5, 8. Fun. What else do I have? Cages 10, 17, 12, 30. They're going to be fine. This digit's the same as this digit, which means it's the same as this digit. Okay. This digit is the same as this digit, which means it's going to be this one. This digit. Is there something here with 7, 8, 9? I'm not really seeing it. We do have a lot of 8, 9 pairs. GN, Palfly. Row 3, column 8's a 7. Show your work. Row 3, column 8's a 7. This sees an 8, 9 already. Okay. This is not a 7. This is an 8, 9. If this is a 7, then this won't be 7. So these won't be 6. Doesn't take out anything else in the row. Column, I already have 7s here and 7s here. It revealed this cell. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 and 2 are going to be different columns here. That's fine. Okay. This is an 8, 9. This 8, 9 is the same as this 8, 9, which is the same as this 8, 9. I don't think that's getting me anywhere. These are 2 consecutive numbers. Could be 3, 4. Can't be 4, 5. Could be 5, 6. No, actually, I can't use a 5 at all. 6, 7 would work, but I can't do 7, 8, or 8, 9. This is either a 3, 4 or a 6, 7. One of row 8, column 5. Oh, hey, we have a German whisper here, don't we? Oh, that was uncovered. Very nice. One of these is going to have to be a high digit. It can't be 6, 7, so it's going to have to be an 8 or a 9 somewhere. Okay. One of these will also have to be a low digit. Six, 7 is used in here already. I could think more about 5s. I'm gonna have a 5 here for sure, right? I need a 5 in this region somewhere. It's not a 4, 6, or 7. I can't do 5 in this column, and 5s can't go on German whispers. So one of these is gonna be a 5, meaning this won't be a 5. I actually want 5s in this column. If I put a 5 here, this could go 5, 4, 3, or 5, 6, 7, but either way, that's broken. If I put a 5 here, this could be 5, 6, 7, or 5, 3, 5, 4, 3, rather. But either way, one of those is broken, so this needs to be a 5. Wow, it keeps going. No way. Okay, so 5. One of these is a 4, and one of these is a 6. I'm gonna start there. I do see how this would cause some issues. So this needs to be the 6. If this was to be a 4, then this would have to be a 3 because the only things consecutive with a 4 are a 3 and a 5, and I've already used a 5 in the region. So this would have to go 4, 3, but that breaks this. So let's make this a 6. Consecutive with a 6, I can either do a 5 or a 7, but this cell can't be a 5, so let's make it a 7. This is going to be a 4. If this is a 6, this has to be a 7, so this will be a 6. If this is a 4, this has to be a 3, so this has to be a 4. And it keeps going, oh my gosh. Consecutive with a 7, I can't do a 6, so let's make this an 8. Meaning this will be a 2. Consecutive with an 8, this has to be a 9. This is a very salty Cheez-It. 2 means this ends up being a 1 and a 3. Doesn't look like I know which one's which yet. 3, 4 doesn't see those. 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's fine. 8, 9. This is a 9. So this is an 8, and this is a 9, and this is an 8. So this is a 9, and this is an 8. So this is a 9. Yay! Very cool. Is there more cleanup I can do? I'm the worst at cleaning up Sudoku. 1, 3 can't go in this column anymore. That's okay. 1, 2, 6, 7. I don't think changes. 3 in the 12 cage. Cool. Cool. This may be more. One of these has to be a high digit. One of these has to be a high digit. Either way, it has to be an 8 or a 9 that goes in here. This sees all of the high numbers, so it has to be a low number. This is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. It sees a 4. Everything else is going to be fine. Meaning this is going to be a high digit, a 6, 7, 8, 9, but it sees a 6 and a 7. So this is going to be an 8, 9 pair for the row, which is probably pretty cool. Okay. And this needs to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 because it needs to be a low digit, but it sees a 3 and a 4. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 8, 9. It also means this will be a 1, 2, 8, 9. All of these combinations seem fine. There isn't anything broken. These will need to be different low digits. Where does the other 8, 9 go in here? This is the same as this 8, 9. So where does this 8, 9 go in here? It's not this. It can't go here. It's going to be one of these. This will be an 8, 9. It'll be the same as this one. So this is going to be a 5. Meaning this is a 4 and this is a 5. That's okay. This also becomes a 1, 2, 3 then? Because that's what's left in the region. Nice, you got the middle worked out. I'm very proud of the logic in the middle. It was so funny seeing, I liked figuring out where the 5 was, and then it just kept revealing more dots, and I'm like, no way, it just keeps going. Think about some cool things. If this was a 3, 4, actually, I think this is the only place 4 can go in the row now. So this is going to be a 3, 4, not a 6, 7. Meaning, 3, 4, this won't be a 3. So I have a 1, 2 for the region now, which affects that also. So this is going to be a 3. 8 or 9 are both still fine. If this is a 1, 2, this won't be 1, 2. It's going to be 6 and 7. This is going to be a 1, 2 now. I know what this is then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also a 6, 7. That's okay. The 11 cage in box 7. Oh, hey, there's an 11 cage here. Look at that. These two numbers need to sum to 11. There's no way I can use a 6 because I would need a 5 here. So let's make this a 7 and this a 4. Whenever I do fog puzzles, I'll get excited like placing digits and then forget to check what was revealed. And like, oh, I have new clues now. I should use those probably, huh? 4 can't go here anymore. 3 can't go here anymore. All right. The power of the Cheez-It. It's strong. This is going to be an 8, 9, and some other digit. Maybe something nice. A 1. No, 1 goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be a 7, 8, 9. That's okay. Definitely a 7. Which means a 7 goes down here. This is a 14. I can see what this is now. Okay, well, I know what these digits are because of the region. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I need these 3 to sum to 14. 6 can't go here, so 6 is definitely in the cage. Nothing else gets taken out immediately. Okay, 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 total is going to be 18, so this needs to be a 4 outside. 3, 5, and 6 is 14. If this is a 4, this can't be 3, 4. So this will be 3, 4. This is a 3. Thinking about what's left out is so much easier sometimes. It feels like backwards thinking at times, but this can't be a 3 anymore, so this is going to be a 5, this is going to be a 6, and this is going to be a 3. Oh, this is an X, right? Digits on an X must sum to 10. If this is a 1, this would be a 9. If it's a 2, this would be an 8. So 7 has to go here. I didn't write it down, but that was 7 could only go here in the column. 7 needs to be consecutive with this, so this has to be an 8, and this has to be a 2. So this is a 1. Oh, we're revealing arrows now! Okay, look at that. This is an 8, so this is a 9. So this is an 8, which doesn't affect this. That's still fine. But this is a 9, and this is an 8. What else can I clean up? I've penciled so many things. I'm sure there's pencil marks I'm missing. 8, 9 in here. That's fine. This is an 8. This is a 6, 7. 1, 3 is still cool. This digit will be one of these. This is a 5, so this is a 7, and this is a 5. I could pencil some pairs here. Pencil some pairs. Maybe they're nice. I need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need a 1 and a 9. This is a 9, so this will be a 9. We got some arrows in box 6 to look at next. This needs to be a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 2, 6. This is a 6, so this is a 6, and this is a 2. Meaning this is a 1, and this is a 2. Okay, cool. The box 6 arrow is restricted. It looks like it just goes like that. So this will have to be the sum of these two numbers. And I know what numbers I have left, technically. Should I do more Sudoku first? I have a lot of pencil marks. Probably fine. So at a minimum, this could be a 1, 3, it looks like. I already used a 2 in the row, so if this was 1, 3, this would be a 4 at a minimum. So then 5 is also an option, but then it sees 6, 7, 8, 9. So this has to be a 4 or a 5. If I can't use a 2, if this is a 4, this would be 1, 3. If it's a 5, this would be a 1, 4. 4 would make this 1, 3, where this would be the 1 and this would be the 3, which seems fine. If this is 5, this would be 1, 4, where this would be the 1 and this would be the 4. Either way, this is a 3, 4, which is cool. 6, 7. And something else will go here. Gotta remember, thank you for solving. Definitely meant to be tougher than the first one, but I tried to never make my puzzles too tough. That's cool. I appreciate that. Good puzzle, Phoenix. My VOD will be posted on YouTube tonight if you want to see the rest of it. Row 6 column 9 bulb has a problem with being a 4. That would be a problem, wouldn't it? That might cause some issues. So I need two numbers that sum to 5, and I can't use a 2, so I need to do 4 and 1. That might cause some issues. This needs to be a 3, and this needs to be a 4. 1, 2, that's still fine. This needs to be a 6, 7, and something else for the row. Let's do this before I go somewhere else. A 2 needs to go here, and a 3 needs to go here. Nice. This becomes a 1, and this becomes a 3. All right, we have limited digits here. This row, 1, 2, 3, 4, this needs to be a 5 or an 8. Both are still fine. It looks like the arrow is just going to go like that. If this is a 5, I can't do 2, 3, or 1, 4 in this column because I've already used a 3 and a 4. So let's make this an 8. This will be two numbers that sum to 8. I can't do 1, 7. I could do 2, 6, it looks like. Specifically, this would be the 6 and this would be the 2. If I did 3, 5, that'd be broken, and I can't do 4, 4. This is gonna be a 6, this is gonna be a 2. Very cool. 9 and 8. This becomes a 1, and this becomes a 2 because of this 2. This can't be a 1 or a 2, so let's make it a 5. This is not a 5. This is not a 2 either, so it's a 1. This is a 2. This is a 1. This is a 5 now. These 2 digits need to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So this is going to be a 7, and this is going to be a 9. If this is a 7, then this is a 6, and this is a 7. Big Cheez-Its are better than original Cheez-Its. I will die on this hill. Ooh! Very cool. I appreciate the Cheez-It box in here. Fog of War concept. I love Fog of War puzzles. They're so cool. Even though, like I mentioned earlier, it's I always forget to look at the new stuff that was revealed every time. I'm like, oh yeah, we got some new clues, didn't we? Hype. Very neat. GG. Next I was gonna make some progress on the Sudoku. I still I have not looked at that. Oh my gosh, was it before SudokuCon actually? It's been a while. Let me turn fishing back on for a minute while I get that open. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. If you've never caught a fish before, it only works on Twitch, unfortunately, but you can catch fish. Setting stream? Isaiah, it's like you don't even know me. Maybe one day. I've been thinking about making it like some kind of stream award, like a setting stream, but it would definitely be like, people in chat setting and me typing the numbers. I've tried, I'm not good at it. I've been trying to set a 413 puzzle to like end the series with, and I can't do it. I can't actually make it as big as I wanted to. And then we'll zoom as we go. That's not what I meant to do. Hi, Miss Luna. How's it going? You got 33 minutes till your food goes off. You're a little early. Can I pick you up? The camera hasn't seen you in a long time. There was a good chunk of my YouTube videos where Luna would be sitting in my lap every single time. Come here. Nope, just kidding. Okay. Da, 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 da. Pin message. Pin message. We're on column 9, I think? Oh, wow. I need to remember the controls. I also, I'm gonna turn off the row column labels now. First puzzle. I should double check I did actually finish column 8. Nice, we did. Look at it's all different colors. Start at the top left, and as each 6x6 puzzle is completed, oh, that's just the instructions for the whole thing. This number is incorrect also. Oh wait, I have a thing for pinging people in Discord that I should have open. This is actually, wait, this is called Elephant. I think we're in like the 60s. Ah, so close. This is puzzle number 58. Nobody wants a ping until the bookworm. Perfect. Devil Kid got a daily. Hello, hello. My YouTube bot always wants to post whenever I set up a stream, and it's not the same thing. Ba-da-da-da. Where'd you get up to in Factorio? We started setting some trains down. I think, you said you were leaving and then I got off like 10 minutes later. I wasn't streaming very much longer after you left. We started getting some trains down. I want to have a really good layout so we can build off of it. So I was trying to work on that for a long time. Vincent and Jason cleared a bunch of biters, and then Vincent had to get off. So right now we're working on expanding for more iron. We have our big smelting thing set up. We're running out of materials. So normally when we play, I turn the richness of everything all the way up. So we're not used to having to leave to get more materials. Normally we can stay in the starting area for a while. Elephant! Luna, you're scratching my shirt a lot, bro. Here. Here. Nope, tried to pick her up and she flopped on the ground. Liquid. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Regions, some lines. Love these. The blue lines are split into segments by box borders, meaning this blue line goes all the way around the grid, right? Every time we cross a box border, these being the boxes, it's going to be a new segment. So this is one segment, and this is one segment, and this is one segment, and this is one segment, etc., etc. Within each individual line, the sum of the values on each segment is the same. So the numbers on this segment will have the same sum as the numbers on this segment, which will have the same sum as the numbers on this segment, etc., etc. We also have yin-yang rules. Ooh. Oh yeah, sorry, I turned off fishing and gambling during Sudoku. Oh hey, this looks familiar. No gambling either, I know, I'm sorry. The chat gets filled with fishing and gambling and then I can't read the actual Sudoku help. Shade some cells such that all shaded cells belong to a single orthogonally connected area, and all unshaded cells also belong to a single orthogonally connected area. Additionally, no 2x2 area is entirely shaded or unshaded. Unshaded cells are doubled for the purposes of the region sum line. Oh wait, that's important. Hold on. Unshaded cells are doubled for the purposes of the region sum line. Ooh. That's cool. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with doublers. I suppose I'll just have to help with Sudoku. Bring back bet trees? Oh wait, what's that? Sudoku says 1, 2, 3, and 6. So this would be a 9, but I don't know if they're shaded or unshaded. This could be doubled. I mean, this could be like a 12 and a 6. It could be 18. Luna, what are you doing, buddy? Your food is going off in 27 minutes. You're really early. I know you're freaking out. Sudoku also says that this... Okay, here's some fun stuff. Normally, these 3 cells would go down here. So this is going to be 4, 2, and blue. On the line for sure. There's some fun math there. Luna's really freaking out. These 2 cells on their own have to have the same sum as 5 of these. I probably want to double something here. Zeta used to do those, picking a single cell of the grid, and people would bet channel points on what digit would go in that cell. That's cool. That's fun, actually. It's food o'clock somewhere, right? We've only had the auto feeder for a couple days, and they're still getting used to it. During the day, I have it go off. It dispenses like a tiny amount at a time, so they kind of just gradually eat it throughout the day. But it goes off every 3 hours, but then it stops at 9 p.m. And last night, like right before midnight, both the cats were sitting there waiting for it, but it's never gone off at midnight. It's like they knew it had been 3 hours since the last time, which was weird. Okay, anyways, you can keep like sticking your paws up here, but I'm not gonna get up and turn it on. You can wait. These 5 cells having the same sum as just these two is kind of wild because at a minimum, this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would be 15. And on their own, this does not sum to 15. It could be a doubled 6 and a 3. That would be 15. I also have to think about everything being orthogonally connected. And then the 2x2 areas also. Hello, hello, Memerster. How's it going? What else do I know? It's also interesting that these numbers might keep appearing on the line elsewhere. That's kind of what I was getting at with this. I can't even do stuff like, hey, whatever this digit is definitely on the line, so if it goes here, then the other ones will have the same sum as this. Normally that would work, but not with the doublers. Not with the doublers. What else do I know? I feel like it's too early to start shading. I do know some stuff, like if everything's an orthogonal area, whatever this is, we're gonna use the colors pink and orange. If this is orange, everything needs to be orthogonally connected. So one of these will also be orange. Yeah. What if this is pink and this is orange? Then this could be orange. I don't know. Once I get some more. One or both of these is doubled for sure. I know that. What if... Okay, at least one of these is also doubled. Oh, let's think about that, because this is a 2x2 area. This is okay, what if this is the smallest this could be? This would be a doubled 1. And then this could be a 2, 3, 4, 5 regular. That's the smallest this could be, I think. So this would be a 2 plus another 2 would be 4. Plus a 3 would be 7, plus 4 would be 11, plus 5 would be 16. So this is actually 16 at the smallest, I think. So these both need to be doubled. That's the only way it'll work. I can't double only one of them. That's too small. That's a good way of thinking about it. Pink is going to be doubled. So each segment is going to be 3 plus 6 is 9 doubled. Each segment's going to be 18. Okay. I think that's right. I think this one's tricky. Box 6 is helpful. Hell yeah. I'm doing good though. I got a pretty late start to stream, but we're getting going now. Things are going well. It also means if I need everything to be 18, can I think about region totals? No, because I don't really know how many doublers I'm gonna have each time. So I can't really think about outside here. I know that this can't all be orange, so something here will be pink, but that's okay. These are both doubled, so all of these are 18. I need this to be 18. Is there a way I could use a 6? But back to my previous example where if I doubled the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 15, but the doubled 1 would bring it to 16. If I just used a 6 instead of a 5, that just bring it to 17. It's okay to use a 6. Um, something here is pink for sure. But I could go like this, and all this could be orange. So I still think I could have only one digit doubled, and that would still be okay. Um, hmm. What else could I figure out? This is not a 1-2. This pink needs to go somewhere. Is there a certain way that 18 is going to work? Do you know the edge of the grid yin yang thing? Yeah, kind of. I think I know what you mean. Like, if this was orange and this was orange, like if I know the corners, then there's no way any of this could be pink. It would have to all be orange also. And also the checkerboard thing. Where, what's a good example? If these are pink, these can't be both orange, because a checkerboard will never work out with this. One of these would have to also be pink, like that. Um, so how does that help me here? Oh, there's an ad. Okay, I should pause. I'm gonna pause real quick and I'll start again in a minute. There's an ad on Twitch right now. Pause. Good, just making sure. Okay, I was like, I don't see how that I could apply that right now, but okay, BRB. Ad ended. All right. We're gonna make some progress now. Soft counter 1200. Oh damn, nice. I need this to be 18. I can't think about outside because I don't know the whole region total because we have some doublers in here. 20 stream streak. Nice. Oh wait, Christopher's at 40 also. Hell yeah. That's so many. 20 streams. Ah, nice. Especially when I stream pretty late for you, even. That's really cool. Just shading. I don't think I can do anything right now. It is possible to get this pink and then all this would be orange. Do I want to think about combinations to get 18 here? Well, do I have to use a 1? Maybe I could think about that. I'm definitely using a 2 and a 4, but what if I put a 1 here? This would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is 20, which is already too big. So I need to use a 1 for sure. Do I have to use a 4? Without the 4, it'd be 17. I could double a 1 and get... Okay, so this could be a 4. What about a 3? If I leave out a 3, that would mean this is 18 if nothing is doubled. And I already know that something is doubled, so that'd be bad. This could be a 4 or a 6 then. If this is a 6, this is 15 without the doublers, and I could... To get from 15 to 18, I could double a 1 and a 2. That would be fine. But this is definitely a 4 or a 6. Wait, I thought about that backwards. 4 is definitely on the line. Just kidding, just kidding. Hold on. I need to look at these for what could go up here. I can't use a 1. If this was a 3, I would still have the same issue. This is 18 without being doubled at all. So this is going to be a 5 or a 6. There you go. Might sound bad, but they're perfect to make me go to sleep. Oh no, that doesn't sound bad at all. You're good. No worries. I like chill streams. I don't think I'll ever have like a super high energy, super energetic stream. I'm not not the high upbeat kind. That thing's got a daily. Hello, hello. And a heart. How's it going? Howdy. If this is 5, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Which is 16. I could double a 2. Oh, man. Okay, let's look at something else, maybe. Not a fan of caps lock all. I need these 3 cells to be 18. The biggest 3 cells on their own could be is 4, 5, 6, which is only 15. I couldn't double any of those to get 18 because at a minimum it'd go to 19. Maybe there's only certain combinations here that I want to think about. I do need to double something on this line, so something will be pink. Could I double it all? I could do like a 2, 3, 4 and double everything. No, I can't. If this is pink and this is pink, then orange is trapped down here. So I can't double everything. That's good to think about. I need to double something. I can't double everything. Maybe I could go like this. I could go like this. Ooh, I don't think this shape works. Well, It could. It could. Well, we finished the Catter. Are we doing the Vania next? I don't know what that is. Although I'm nervous to listen to that. You always recommend incredibly challenging puzzles. um I'm open for just answers at this point. I don't know where to go on this. If anybody in chat does. I know some things that, like, I have to double something on this section, but I can't double everything because the shape would be bad. Something in here needs to be doubled because I can't have a 2x2 of non-doubled stuff. But I can only double 1 or 2 cells max. I think is good to think about also. Well, okay, wait. With that, can I say that this has to be orange? Is there any way I could double 3 cells anywhere on this? The smallest could be maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 15. If I double 3 cells at a minimum, that's the 1, 2, 3, which would already put me at 21. That's too big. So there's no way I could get pink here, right? Oh. There might be. Well, pink would have to be in every corner. But, I mean, I'm not against it. Maybe I am. I don't think that's a good way of thinking, but it's possible that that corner has to be orange. DFOW. You're using abbreviations that I don't know. Fog of War? I definitely have a 1 up here. I definitely have a 2 and a 4 down here. I think you've got the right thoughts. If this cell was not orange, if it was pink, I can't go pink this way because I don't want 3 cells doubled. I could only have 2 cells max doubled. So I would have to get to pink by going like this way. Which would mean I would have to go this way with pink. Which might not be possible. I know this would have to be orange, so this could be pink. But then this would have to be orange, and this would have to be orange, so this would have to be pink. This would be orange, but it can't all be orange. This would have to be pink. Is that a good way of thinking about it? Orange would go this way. I mean, this could be pink. That's a shape that could work, I think. Maybe something different with how I could only have 2 of these max pink. 4 cells in this box need to be orange at least. The pink one can't be isolated, or the pink 2 can't be isolated. So the pink 1 or 2 will have to go out here somewhere. Four cells in this box are orange. If this is pink, this is orange. Well, no, because this one could be. I could have 3 cells pink if 2 of them are on the line and 1 of them is this one. So this, because this doesn't affect totals. So this box could have 3 pink cells. If this is pink, where does it go? It has to go up. And this can't all be orange, so this would have to also be pink. I'm not against it though. Skeptical Mario Sudoku Vania, a multi-grid puzzle with boss fights and all. Ooh, I haven't heard of that. Could be 3 cells. I am not sure that the way to go is thinking about the entire grid shaded. I don't think that's what my next step should be. This kind of looks like an elephant to me. I can't unsee it. It's a marathon solve. Isaiah always recommends really difficult puzzles for me, so I'm already assuming it's going to be out of my scope of what I can solve. What digits are pink if there are 2 pink digits? It was going to be 1 and 2, I believe is what I said. If there are 2, it'd be 1 and 2 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at a minimum is 15. So I would shade the 1 and 2 to get 18. I would need 1 in each row. They can't both be in the same row. They can't be in the same column. Or same column would be fine, but they can't be in the same row. If it was 1, 2. So it would be over here. Could it be here? If it was here, then I'm breaking some rules with the edge. Because this would have to also be pink. What if pink goes like this? It's good, but it's difficult and immense. I've been working on it for more than a week now. To be fair, I've been working on this one for months, right? If anything, do I have to double the 1? What if I double something else? I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and double a 3. That would be an option. So I don't have to double a 1. I liked thinking about that this has to be a 5 or a 6. That seems good. If this is a 5, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, which is 16, and I would need to double the 2. I would only double 1 cell, and it would be a 2. If this is a 6, I could either double a 3, or I could double a 1 and a 2. Either way, I'm doubling a 1, 2, or 3 in some combination. Only doubling 1 cell would mean it would have to go here, and this would have to all be orange. I don't think I'm against that. I got nothing. Which means you can't double just the 2. Yes. What does that mean? What does that tell me? If I can't double just the 2, it's either a 3 or a 1, 2. Did I have a situation where I could double just a 1? Yeah, if this was a 5, right? That would bring me down to 16. No. 5 brings me down to 16. And I would need to double the 2, right? Did I do the math wrong? If this is a 5, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, which is 16, and I need to double a 2. I think I said that wrong. Could you just double row 5, column 6? This one. Could you just double this if the 5-6 was doubled? That shape. If this is pink, my only issue with that is I have to go all the way around with pink. This would have to all be pink, and that starts getting risky. But I feel like looking at the entire puzzle shaded doesn't seem like... Oh, the auto feeder's about to go off. Looking at the entire puzzle shaded doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't know. I still need pink in the middle somewhere. This has to all be connected, but also I can't have a bunch of pink in the middle. Box 1 doesn't look like that. Oh, I'm just looking at shading. I haven't even begun to think about numbers. Juggler, how's it going? Is that the next step I should take? I'm actually asking. Like, I want an answer, like, for anybody that knows. Am I supposed to look at shading the whole puzzle after that? This is however Yang. This is however Yang puzzle starts. Pretty okay. Nice. Okay, well, I feel like I'm what if shading. YouTube comments would yell at me for this. I know that in this box, I need to shade... Whoops. I need to shade either 1 or 2, but not 3 cells. This one is not on the line, so I'm not... This could be shaded or unshaded, it might help. But for the line, I need to shade 1 or 2 cells. What happens if I shade just this one? This one would also need to be shaded, so this ends up being orange. I can't bring pink down this way. This has to be orange because that's too many doubled cells. So, because of how I know from previous experience how the shading works, this would have to be shaded as well. I can't have a 2x2 region of pink, so this needs to be orange. Orange needs to go somewhere, so this becomes orange. Can't have a 2x2 region, so this is orange. Can't have a 2x2 region, so this is orange. Now, somebody said this doesn't work like this. This is a lot of shading for 4 cells. At a minimum, these would be 1, 2, 3, 4, which is already 10. This could be the 1, 2, 3 that is shaded, which would give me 6 more. So this is, as it is right now, this is 16. This could be like a 1, 2, 3. This can't be a 6 though, never mind. Okay, I see what you mean. There doesn't seem a way to make this work. Probably not. I think there should be something more clear after that thing. Okay. But this might be telling me that I can't shade just this cell because if all of this is pink, then things are broken. Okay. Maybe that's enough information to say I can't shade just this cell. I still think row 5, column 4 can't be 5. Okay, wait, let me take this off. We're saying this might not be 5. It requires a single double 2 to make the sum work, but you can't double just the 2. I have 2 here, don't I? So 2 would have to go down here, so I can't double just a 2. Oh, yeah, the first time I looked at this, I did the math wrong, and then I was like, oh wait, a 2 could be doubled, forgetting that the 2 is here. If you put all of the things you know together at the same time, sometimes the puzzles get easier. Isn't that crazy? So this will have to be a 6. If this was a 5, then this total is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. On its own, not doubled, is 16. So in order to get to 18, I need to double only a 2, but I know that 2 is going to be in the bottom row. Oh wait, what if this is a 2? No, because if I leave all this undoubled, then this is a 2x2 region of orange, and that's bad. Perfect. So this is going to be a 6. This is going to be a 3, and this is going to be a 6. This is going to be a 1, 5, and this is going to be a 2, 3, 4. So now with these options, I need to get to 18. This on its own is 15, so I need 3 more. I could either double just a 3, which is going to have the same problem as the 2, or I could double a 1 and a 3, or a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2. I think that's going to have to be what I go with. The givens pop up halfway through the puzzle, dude. It's not my fault. Dynamic givens. They weren't there. They weren't there. Doubling a 1 and a 2. So something in this row and then something down here. But also everything needs to be connected. So I can't do something like this. I can't make these pink because everything else becomes orange and this pink gets isolated. So if this is doubled, it's because this is also. And then I ran into some problems with that. I can't double these two. Could this be doubled? If this is pink, it won't be this one that's pink. But could this one be pink with it? This feels like what ifing. I am doubling a 1 and a 2. Maybe with these digits I can pencil a next box and think about shading later. I have a 1 and a 2 shaded. 3, 4, and 5 need to be unshaded. What if... I think I said this was bad. This is a checkerboard that I don't want. Whoops. So if I'm going to shade 2 here... Oh, I was gonna say I can't shade this one, but what if it was these two? That would be fine. Well, dang. That might be okay. Pink going all around is trouble for box 1. Oh, we did say that, didn't we? What if these are pink then? If these two are pink, this has to also be pink. Or else all of this is pink, and that's bad. If these two are pink, this one would have to be, and we don't want that to happen. If this is pink, then this is pink, and it has to go all the way around. We might want this. How do I avoid pink going all the way around? If I do this, oh, that would work. No. Fuck. If one of these is pink and this is not, whatever connects it, then I have to go all the way around. Shaded and unshaded must be connected. One orthogonal region, yeah. Separately, but. Then box 5 contains non-pink cells. So certain box 6 combinations are impossible. I'm having trouble finding one that doesn't go all the way around. If this is pink, I need, because of the edges, I would need to make this pink also, which I don't want to do. So in order to connect all the pink, it has to go all the way around the outside. If these two are pink, I don't want these to be pink. So I'd have to take pink all the way around the outside again. But if this is pink, this would be orange because of the 2x2 rule. And then I need a 1 shaded. This could be pink, going all the way around. This could be pink. This would have to also be pink then, so we don't have the checkerboard. One of the 1, 5 must be pink. The 1, yeah. And then the 5 is orange. I don't see how to shade the 2 in the bottom row. Unless the math was wrong and we need different numbers. One of these is pink and one of these is orange, for sure. If this one's pink, pink has to go all the way around because I can't double all of these. If this one's pink, this could be all orange, but that messes up my numbers. You convinced me it has to go pink all the way around. The colors, the shading says that pink has to go all the way around. The numbers and how the math is gonna work makes me not want to say pink has to go all the way around, but I think it does. Forges. Pink, row 6, column 4. This one does not work with any of the pink 1, 5 cells. My dilemma. I think we're going all the way around with pink. At least most of the way, right? I can't do these pink. That doesn't work. And I can't do these pink. Well, we said this wouldn't work because we're trying to avoid going all the way around with pink. But now, what if we go all the way around with pink? It's gonna work. Just bear with me. There's a way to do it. Nope, I don't see anything. It happened to only there was one way, wasn't there? You try to draw one actual solution as an example and we will see better. I'm trying. I don't know how. I feel like I've been trying to do draw the actual solution. I don't see anything. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4 at a minimum, and we needed to have all of this pink at least, we could have done the 1, 2, 3, which would give us 6. This would be a regular digit. That doesn't work. 12. Because I couldn't have a 6 here. That was the option that didn't work. So I couldn't do 1, 2, 3 here, but I could go bigger with that. Me and Rister were saying that it seems like originally we were trying to say we don't want pink going all the way around because box 1 would break, but we don't see a way to shade this without pink going all the way around. So we're thinking that actually maybe pink might have to go all the way around. 1, 3, 4, and a 2 here would be 18. Because if one of these are pink and one of these are orange, no matter how you shade it, we're gonna end up with pink being around most of the puzzle. So I think no matter what, this ends up all being pink. There's no way for this to be pink with one of these being pink. Except, okay, this definitely doesn't work. This might. The only way we ruled this out was because pink couldn't go all the way around. But if we're saying now pink can go all the way around, it might be an option. This would be orange, this would be orange for sure. This would be orange. It has to go somewhere, so that's orange. We would know that these would be orange. 2 by 2 says this has to be orange. I don't see any options at all. But either way, wherever pink goes here, we end up having pink all the way around the outside. One of these needs to be pink for sure. And if I were to make this pink, that's another issue we were having. If this is pink, I can't have all of this pink, so these would have to be orange and pink would have to go all the way around. If this is pink, I don't want this to be pink, so pink would have to go all the way around. If this is pink, then I can't have this pink, so this would be pink, and pink goes all the way around. So no matter what, pink is going all the way around the whole puzzle. And either way, it's this one that ends up being pink between these two. I don't think there's any way in the bottom row that this could be pink. I would have to do this one or do all three of these, and that doesn't work. So it's definitely this. And then I don't know if we're doing this one or if we're doing this one. But either way, all of this is pink. This ends up being orange, this ends up being orange, this ends up being orange. This ends up being orange. Do I know anything else right now? This is orange because we don't want a doubled 5. And then the 2 down here is doubled. We don't know the row 6 column 4 is pink, but one of these needs to. Oh, we did say this one needs to be orange. There's no way that this could be pink. That would be a bad setup. So now we have this. Row 2, column 3. This one needs to be orange because of the math. Yeah, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4 at a minimum. If we doubled it all, it'd be 20, which is more than 18. I know that this is not a 2. It's going to be a 3 or a 4. 2 either goes here or here. Was there only one way for this to work? If this is 1, 2, 3, 4 at a minimum, and I need to double 3 of them. But what if I don't do it that way? These 3 are going to sum to be an even number, no matter what they are, because they're all doubled. And I need it to be 18, so this needs to be an even number. This is going to be a 2, 4, 6, but it sees a 6, so this is a 2 or a 4. If it's 2, then these 3 need to be 16, which would be 8 doubled. If this is 4, then these 3 need to be, math, 18 minus 4 is 14. These need to be 7 doubled. If this is a 4, this would be 1, 2, 4. And that math doesn't work out. So this needs to be a 2. These 3 need to sum to 8. And then it's going to be doubled. So a 1, I can't use a 2. It's going to be 1, 3, 4. Oh my god, it's a 4, 1, 3 puzzle. Again, this can't be a 1, this can't be a 3, and this can't be a 4. This becomes a 5, 6, but this C's a 5, so this is a 6 and this is a 5. Okay. I keep thinking with doublers that we're only doubling one thing, and so that, oh, I've doubled these numbers, now I can't double them again, but that's not how this doubler puzzle's working. Okay, we have this. Maybe I want to look at this. This is going to be a 3, 4, 6. This is going to be a 1, 2, 3. Just because of the digits we have. So this is not doubled. This is doubled. I don't know about this. What if... Wow, we have to get 18. This is for sure not doubled. The biggest it can be is a 6. We could double this to be another 6. The biggest this could be would be 6. The biggest this... a value of 6. The biggest this could be is a value of 6. That gets me 12. So this would have to also have a value of 6. Which is not possible. So I think this has to be doubled also. Does that make sense? What if we do regular 6? No, okay, if these are, we'll think about it this way. If these are both regular, the biggest this could be is 10. And I can't get 8 from this at all. So this does need to be doubled. Meaning orange needs to go this way in order to connect with everything. But this is definitely doubled. If this is 3, this is going to be an even number. We can think about it this way also. This is going to be even no matter what because they're doubled numbers. So if I need the whole thing to be even, this has to be even. Does this need to go... If this is a 4, 18 minus 4 is 14. These would have to sum to 7. I could do 1, 6, or 3, 4, and then double that. If this is a 6, these would need to sum to 12, which would be 6. I could do 2, 4. I concur. Good logic. Sweet. So we have some options still, I think. Let's look at... Okay, I made this orange. Does that change things? I don't think anything's different yet. Okay, this line. I don't know about this, but I know that these two are doubled. And I kind of have some digits. Kind of. Do I want to look at Sudoku? One of these is a 4. So 4 definitely goes down here, but I don't know about 4s here. Just kidding. Both take the 4 on column 2. Ooh. Either this is a 6, and this needed to be 12, which would be 4 and 2, or this is a 4. That's cool. That's cool. This is a 1. This is a 4. If this is a 1, this can't be a 1, which took out some option here. Well, I could also say that this is a 2, 3 for the region now, so this can't be a 3. This is going to be a 4, 6. So if this is a 6, then these two need to sum to 6. And I could do 2, 4. That's still an option. If this is a 4, these two need to sum to 7, which would be 3, 4. I said that backwards. If this is a 4, this needs to be 14, which would mean this is 7, which would be 3, 4. And that's too many 4s. This is 6, meaning these need to have a value of 12, so it's 6 halved. So this would be 2 and 4. Okay, cool. Nice. Now, I do know digits down here now. I can get some options. This can't be a 1, this can't be a 5, and this can't be a 6. These are definitely doubled. The biggest they could be is 6 and 2. Which is 8, which doubled gives me 16. This would have to be another 2, and that's not possible. So I don't want to go the biggest possible route. A car alarm's been going off outside all day. Oh my gosh. I don't know how it hasn't died yet. Oh, also, was there anything to notice here? I don't think so. I don't want to go as big as possible. Maybe I want to think about whether or not I need this to be doubled. If this is 3 and 1, that's only 4. So I also don't want to go the smallest route either. That's only 8. This would have to be a 10. Shapes wise, is there anything bad if this is doubled or not doubled, or shaded or unshaded? I don't think so. I could still connect orange this way. I know for sure this is an even number. So this would either have to be a doubled 3 or a 4. If it's a 3, it has to be doubled, which would give me 6, which means this would have to be 12. 2 and 4. 3, 2, 4, all doubled. If this is a 4, it doesn't have to be doubled. It could be regular, it could be doubled. 4 would mean this has to be 14. So I could do like 1 and 6. Or if this is 8, this would need to be 10, which means it'd be 5, 1, and 4. Are there certain options that I'm using here? If this is a 3, it would need to be doubled, so it would need to be a 6. So this would need to be a value of 12 together, meaning the digits need to sum to 6, which would have to be 2 and 4. If this is a 4 and it's not doubled, this would have to be 14, meaning this would be a 1 and this would be a 6. Okay, if this is a doubled 4, meaning 8, this would have to be 10, meaning this would be 1 and 4. I don't think there's any way I use a 3 here. Does that get me anywhere? Can I do Sudoku in here, maybe? 6 can't go here, 6 can't go here. One of these is a 6. I don't know anything else. I know 5s and 1s. Parody says it's a 4. It could be a doubled 3, right? Is what I was thinking. Stops and starts every 5 minutes. Jeez. I just step away, but I'm back. It's tough but fun. Be a multi-stream thing. Parody says it's a 4. 5 can also be 2 plus 3. Ooh, if this is a doubled 4 to be 8, this could be a 2 and a 3 doubled. Dang it. Dang, yeah. Okay. Maybe I want to look at this one? Or more with shading and unshading? Maybe this has an effect on something down here I'm not thinking about. Not really. Six is the only overlapping digit I have over here. 5 and 1 I don't know about. For this box, at least. I don't know if that's good. Maybe I do want to look at this. They can't all be doubled. Something here has to be orange. If these were both pink, then the orange down here would be blocked off from the rest of the puzzle. So this cell is doubled. At least one of these is orange. Actually, if these were both orange, then that might actually be fine. Never mind. I'm not against it. They could both be orange, but they can't both be pink. So one of these is not doubled. That might be good to look at. This sees a 1, 2, 4. This could be a 3, 5, 6. This sees a 3, 5, 6, so it's gonna be a 1, 2, 4. Okay, interesting. This sees a 3 and a 6. This is more options than I thought. More options than I expected. Well, I can't double both of these. If this was a 3, that's doubled, so it'd be a 6. So this would have to have a value of 12 by only doubling at most one of them. This could be a doubled 5, and this could be a 2. Dang it! I'm stuck again. 1, 2, 4, 5. This is a 2, 4, 5. I'm not seeing anything with triples or pairs. I think it's gonna have to come down to the math, but I'm not seeing it. What if this... Do I want to think about the 2 here again? Like, if this is a 2, then this is not a 2. All of the digits ended up being used here. If this is a 2... This digit kind of sees a lot. If this is a 2, this wouldn't be a 2. If this is a 3 or a 4, this wouldn't be a 4. If both are orange, the math might break. If these were orange, the biggest they could be is 5 and 4, which is 9. That'd be bad. I need this to be an even number. So the biggest it would actually be would be 2 and 4. Which is only 6. But this could be a doubled 6, right? If this is a 4 and a 2 and a 6, I think that works. Does other stuff break if I do 2, 4, 6? This couldn't be a 6. This would be a 6. Oh, I think it might be okay. That'd be the only option. Oh, that works. I like thinking about the even and odd. This needs to come out to be an even number either way. So if I'm using a 5 or a 1, well, what if these are 5, 1? Oh, shoot, that would also work. If this is a doubled 6, this could be 5 and 1. No, that breaks this. Never mind. But I could have like a doubled 5. I need to use at least a 2 or a 4 here. This can't be 1, 5. Shoot, if I go through... I ended up using every digit here as an option. If I go through each individual option here, do I actually get less? I feel like there's so much more because I don't know if this is doubled or not. If this is a 3, that is a value of 6. So this would have to have a value of 12. I can only double one of them, but I could do like a doubled 5 and a 2. I feel like this is way too many options to go through. 3, doubled 5, and a 2. Or doubled 4 would be another 4. Doubled 2, I would have to have an 8. But 3, 5, and 2 works. This would be pink and this would be orange. If I look at the shading, actually, what if this is pink? I'm gonna do this so that I know it's temporary. I can't have a checkerboard, so this would have to also be pink. This would have to be orange. Little trick here. I can't have a 2 by 2, so this would be orange. Meaning this would be pink. Orange needs to connect to everything else, so this would be orange. Orange still needs to connect to everything else, so this would be orange. I think it's fine, actually. Well... Can row 2, column 6 work as a 6? Can this be a 6 we're saying? Pink, orange does not work. Okay, let's look at... I'll mark that to come back. We want to look at if that's a 6. Pink here and orange here does not work. That's what I just looked at, right? This would have to be pink also. This would have to be orange. This would be a pink. Orange has to connect to everything else, so this would be orange. One of these would have to be orange. One of them would have to be pink. But I see options there. If this is pink, then orange has to go up here. Then, like, what if this is orange and this is pink? That looks fine to me. Row 6, column 6 would be pink here because I know that one of these needs to be pink with the 2. Whichever one is the 2 ends up being pink. So if this is orange, this has to be pink. Okay, it works. Then we wanted to look at if this can really be a 6. What was the wording on it? Can row 2, column 6 work as a 6? If this is a 6, it's doubled, so it's actually a 12. So these two together need to have a value of 6. Yeah, this could be a 1 and this could be a regular 4. So I could do 6, 1, and 4. I was hoping for like a triple or something. There's gotta be like just a very specific, like one of the math options doesn't work or something. I'm not seeing it. Or like if this, what's the last example we did? 6, 1, and 4. If we did that, what does that mean for everything down here? Maybe something like that. Yeah, we're trying to get 18. Okay, so the first example, 6, 1, and 4. What happens if we do 6, 1, and 4 here? Then this can't be a 6. I guess we looked at 6 and 3 here, but we didn't look at 5. Is that something maybe we should be more thorough with this box. If this is a doubled 5, then that's a value of 10. And so this would have to have a value of 8. I know these can't both be doubled, but one of them could be doubled. To get 8, I don't want to double a 5. I don't want to double a 4, but I could double a 2. I could do like a double 2 and a 4. That's fine. They can't be both orange. Both require the 6 on column 6. Meaning if this was all orange, both of these would need a 6. Is that what you mean? They can't be both all orange. Both require the 6 on column 6. How with row 2, column 4 equals 4, it sums to 18. If this was 4, it could either be doubled or undoubled. If it's doubled and it's 8, then this needs to have a value of 10. And so it could be 1 and 4 or 2 and 3. If this is not doubled, if it's a regular 4, then this needs to sum to 14, and I could do 1 and 6. Four, 1, 6. Oh no, you can't do 4, 1, 4, can you? That's too many 4s, isn't it? 4, 1, 4 would not work, so it would be 4, 2, 3. These can't all be orange. Should I think about, like, both of these together being 36? That seems, like, wild, actually. Because I can repeat some of the digits. Oh my god, we've spent an hour on this. Top would be single 4, doubled 1 and 6. Bottom would be single 2 and 4 and doubled 6. So these can't all be orange. Something's got to be pink. Thinking about even odd again. This needs to be even somehow. That's okay, I have options. This is either a 3 and a 4, so I can't use... I don't know anything about this cell. This is just whatever's left over here. If this is a 4, then this is a 3. If this is a 4, then this is a 6. Is there something like that I could look at? Do all of these options end up getting used? If this is a 3, it's a value of 6, so this needs to have a value of 12. Is there any way I use a 1 here? They can't both be doubled, so I can't do 1 and 5. If I use a 1 here, it needs to be doubled. If it wasn't doubled, the other number would have to also be odd. So it'd be a regular 1 and a regular 5. Does a regular 1 and regular 5 work? That's just a regular 6. And so this... Well, I can't do 1 and 5 together. Because this breaks. So if I do a 1, it has to be doubled. Something weird with that. And if I use a 5, it has to be doubled also. Because I don't have another odd number there. I could just do a 2 and a 4, not worry about that. Something with the... If I use a 1, it's doubled. If I use a 5, it's doubled. I'm not seeing anything with that. Gotta go to a theater thing. Bye, y'all. Have a good one now. Maybe we can ask the digits? I'm tempted. I'm totally stuck on this. I don't want to go through and like what if for each digit, but if we don't, I know that the 2 here is doubled, whichever one is the 2. Either one of them still seems fine. If this is pink, this is orange. If this is orange, this is pink. So this is one of each. It did say that these can't all be pink or can't all be orange because this would have to both be a 6 and we can't have that. But one of them definitely is a 6. One of these is a 6, so one of these is definitely 12. I was kind of joking, but maybe I do want to think about all of this being 36. What if we look at this puzzle and figure out what these digits need to be? Figure it out backwards. Bad dude, how's it going? Okay, let's be more thorough with this maybe. If this is a 3, it's a value of 6, so this needs to have a value of 12. I can't double both of these, but I could do a 5, a doubled 5, and a regular 2. If I did a doubled 4, there's no way I can do 2 regular digits. If this is a 3, one of these would have to be doubled. I could do a doubled 5 and a regular 2. But if I did a doubled 4, the other one would have to also be a 4. If I did a doubled 2, I would have to have 8 from the other cell, so that doesn't work. So if this is a 3, this is a doubled 5 and a 2, for sure. If this is a 5, that's actually 10, so these two would need to sum to 8. I don't have a way of getting 8 with 2 unshaded digits, so I would have to do a doubled and a not doubled again. If I did a doubled 5, that's too big. A doubled 4 is too big. A doubled 2 and a 4 would work. So this would be 2, 4. Another way of getting 8. If I doubled a 1, I would need 6, and I don't have that. If this is a doubled 6, that's 12. This would have to sum to 6. I can't do 1 and 5. I could do a regular 2 and 4. I could do a doubled 1 and a regular 4. Shoot, I ended up using all the options. I was hoping one of these wouldn't work out. Just kidding. Nice persistence. I've been making rice wraps and finally got a perfect one. Nice. You have good persistence also. 78 minutes. Oh my god. What would be wrong about 2, 3, 4 doubled on top? What if, okay, so what would be wrong with doing 2, 3, 4 here? And simple 2, 4 with doubled 6 on the bottom. Regular 2, 4 feels sketchy. Okay, so what's wrong if we do 2, 3, and 4 up here? This would be a 2, and then this would be 3, 4. So this would be a 6. This would be a 6, and a regular 2, 4 down here. This would be a 2, so this would be a 4, and this would be a 2. This has options. This sees a 2, so it would be a 3 or a 4. This would have to be a 2. I don't see anything wrong with it without going through the whole puzzle. Regular 2, 4 feels sketchy. This becomes a 5, this becomes a 1. If this is orange, I think we looked at that as an option. Oh, how does this shape work? This is orange, so this would have to be pink. Meaning this would have to be orange. Meaning this would be pink. That seems fine, actually. I'm not worried about it, never mind. If row 3, column 6 is 5, you would need 2, 4 on the line. If this is a 5, this would have to be 2, 4. Was that our only option? That breaks this. Didn't we have another option here? If this is 5, 5, 2, 4 breaks this. We can't do that. If this is 5, that's a 10. Which means we need this to be 8. I can't use a 5. Doubled 2, 5 doubled 2 and 4 breaks this. But that might have been the only way to do it. Wait, we didn't have another option? What if we do doubled 4 is too big? I need this to be 8, so I can't do doubled 5, I can't do doubled 4. If I did a doubled 2, I also need a 4. If I do a doubled 1, I would need a 6, which I don't have. So 5, 2, 4 is the only option if this is a 5, but that's broken. So this can't be a 5. That doesn't mean this can't be 2, 4, but it means that this can't be a 5. I still have options for 5. 3, 6. Still have some options for 3. One of these has to be a 6. That's how it was before. 6 being orange is problematic for the coloring. This being orange is problematic for coloring. If this is orange, this can't be orange, so it'd have to be pink, meaning this is orange. I misclicked. I said this would have to be pink. I don't want a checkerboard, so this would have to be orange. Then I don't want a 2x2, so this would have to be pink. I don't want a 2x2, so this would be orange. I don't want a checkerboard, so this would have to be orange. I don't want a 2x2, so this would have to be pink. I don't want a checkerboard, so this would have to be orange, but that ends up broken. That feels like what-ifing through the whole puzzle, but yeah, 6 being orange would break things. Let's make this pink then, which means this has to be orange and this has to be pink, meaning this is a 2. Oh, that means this is a 5, so this is a 4. This is not a 4. What else do I get from that? I can't use a 4 here. One of these is definitely a 2. What was our, if this was a 3, what was this? If this is a 3, that's a value of 6, so this needs to have a value of 12. I could do a doubled 5 and a regular 2. Does that still work if this is pink and this is orange? Oh, well, either way, orange needs to get out, so this needs to be orange. There's no way this could be doubled now. Orange needs to escape. Was there more Sudoku? Oh, this is a 1-2, so this can't be a 1. That's something. 3 4 3 6 3 4 3 6 3 4 6. 1 2 1 5 1 2 5. 3 6 3 6 means this can't be a 3. 3 4 1 2 5 1 2 1 2 5 1 5 3 6 3 6 3 4 6 3 4 3 6. Okay, actual options here. One of these is definitely a 2. If this is a 6, that's a value of 12, so this needs to have a value of 6. I could also think about it, if this is a 5, it has to be doubled. Well, 5, 2, fine. Okay, back to this. If this is a 6, that's a value of 12, so this has to have a value of 6. I could do... This would need to be even. A regular 5 and a regular 1. No, I can't do regular 5, regular 1, because this breaks. Ooh. Happy puzzling. If row 4 column 4 is orange, caps, it would need 1 5 in the line, but that breaks row 4 column 3. I don't see an option here with the parity. If this is pink, it becomes an even number, and this is an even number. So this would have to be an even number, meaning it would be 2. If this is an odd, or if this is undoubled, then I could do like a regular 5 and a regular 1, but this breaks. If I did a regular 1 here and a regular 2 here, that's only 3, and this can't be big enough. If I did a, oh, that's another thing actually. If I did a doubled 1, then this would be a 2, and that's still only a value of 4. There's no way this could be a 1 to start. If this is doubled, it's even, so this has to be even. If this is not doubled, 5 1 would be an option, but that breaks this. If this is a doubled 5, this has to be a 2, because I can't break this. So that's 12, and this could be a 3. Wait, row 4 column 4 must be pink? Oh, yeah. If this is a regular 5, that breaks parity. And if this is a regular 2, I can't get the number to be big enough. So this has to be doubled. I see. Meaning orange needs to go somewhere. This needs to be orange. This orange needs to go somewhere. This needs to be orange. This pink doesn't need to go anywhere because everything's already connected. This is a doubled digit plus a regular digit plus another double digit. So this needs to be even, making this 2. Making this 5 and this 1 and this 5 and this 1. So this is 2 and this is 1. If this is 10 plus 2, that's 12. So I need this to have a value of 6, which is going to be a regular 3. So this is 6. This is 7. Doubled is 14, meaning I need 4 more. Undoubled. And this needs to be pink. This might be the longest I've ever spent on a 6x6 puzzle. Check. Wow. Just under 90 minutes. We got there. All we had to do was ask the digit. That was a tough one. Wow. Sheesh. I don't, who was this by actually? I didn't recognize the name. Xenonetics? I don't recognize that name. Cool puzzle. This is for the whole thing. Okay. Instructions from the outside. My coffee's empty. Dang it. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Descriptive clues. Words outside the grid indicate the digits in the two closest cells in the indicated row column belong to the following sets of digits. Big is 4, 5, 6. Small is 1, 2, 3. Even is 2, 4, 6. Odd is 1, 3, 5. And prime is 2, 3, 5. This reminds me of the gas puzzle that Clover did for April Fool's Day. I didn't solve it actually. I just saw it, but nice guy. I assume they aren't all this hard. I think that's the hardest one in the Katadoku I've done so far. What, we're up to number... Oh, I used to have it on the screen, what number, because this isn't right. This is actually number... row 1 is actually number 1, so this is actually, I lost my place. This is actually number 58. 58, nice. Wow, okay. Big is 4, 5, 6, small is 1, 2, 3, even is 2, 4, 6, odd is 1, 3, 5, and prime is 2, 3, 5. This is going to be a 3 and a 6 just because of Sudoku. We're not going to look at the previous puzzle. I'm not going to get distracted by it. This is what we're working on now. We can't use this 3, 6, and we can't use this 2, 4. I'm not going to do it. Are we doing 2 columns instead of 1? What does that mean? Remove the coloring. I want to try to leave it, but yeah, it's going to cause issues later on. It looks nice for now. If I need to color for something later on, we'll remove it. Indicates the digits in the two closest cells in the indicated row column belong to the following. Okay, so prime is just about these two. So these two digits need to be a 2, 3, 5. This can't be a 5 and this can't be a 2. Oh, well, I don't know how much I'm doing because we spent an hour and a half on just the first one. I don't know how far I'll make it in. I don't have a plan. Even means these are going to be something from 2, 4, 6. Odd means these two are going to be 1, 3, 5. Prime is going to be 2, 3, 5. This can't be a 5 and this can't be a 2. Big. Even. Ooh. There's some things like I'm gonna have a 3 here for sure. So a 3 would need to go down here. Okay. Sorry for lurking. Don't apologize for lurking. Lurking is totally fine. Row 4, the remaining are 4, 6. Ooh, they can't go anywhere here. Oh, nice. Meaning one of these will have to be a 5. Because if I did both 4 and 6 here, this would be broken. So this ends up being a 1, 2, 3. This can't be a 1, and this can't be a 2. Maybe we'll, if we pencil everything, that's been shown to work in the past, right? This is a 2, 4, 6, so this can't actually be a 2, so this is a 1, 3, making this a 2. Meaning this has to be a 3, and this has to be a 5. Meaning this has to be a 1. Meaning this has to be a 3, and this has to be a 1. Meaning this has to be a 5. Meaning this has to be a 3, and this has to be a 2. Meaning this has to be a 6. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. This has to be a 5. This can't be a 5. This is a 3, so this is a 6, and this is a 3. But this is a 4, so this is a 6, and this is a 4. These can't be 6. What else do I have? Oh, I can look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a 2, and this is a 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This ends up being a 2, and this ends up being a 6. This is a 1, 3. This is also a 1, 3, but it can't be a 3 because of this. So this is a 1, and this is a 3. Don't shame rat thanks. This, just these 3. 2, 3, 5. This can't be a 2 or a 3, so it's a 5. This can't be a 5 or a 2, so it's a 3. This ends up being a 2. This ends up being a 5. This ends up being a 6. This ends up being a 1. I always wait for the thing to pop up. I think I did something wrong. Yay! Okay, nice. Very nice. Now we're on to this puzzle. And we're not going to look ahead. We're not going to look ahead. GG. Outside the Box by Angel Shark. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. X sums, question mark. Any number clue placed outside the grid indicates the sum of the first X values seen, where X is the first seen value. These numbers / clues can only see either to the left or downwards. Okay, so this is a 10. So if this digit were to be a 4, that would mean I use the first 4 cells here, and all of these need to sum to 10. Or if this is a 17 and this is a 2, that would mean the first 2 cells in this direction would need to sum to 17, etc., etc. Note in the accompanying help document are hints if you should need them. Oh, cool. These numbered clues can only be seen either left or downwards. Can only see either to the left or downwards. Okay, so I know these 2 digits just because of Sudoku. We have a 1, 2, 3, so this is a 4, 5. Ooh, well, I'm using the digits 1 through 6. Warning, this is a troll puzzle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know the name Angel Shark either. What does that mean? If this is 19 and I know the whole row is 21, this would need to be... Okay. Okay. I know that this is 19, and I know that the whole row is 21, meaning the outside digit needs to be 2, but I can't do 1, 1. Good luck. Okay, what does troll puzzle mean? Does that mean there's not an answer? Does that mean that this 19 needs to be right here, and it's gonna give me extra X sums for this? I think it means that, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because there's no way it works right here. Not normal X sums rules. Any number clue placed outside the grid indicates the sum of the first X values seen, where X is the first seen value. These numbers and clues can only see either to the left or downwards. So 19 can't look this way, so it's gonna look this way. And that's gonna give me X sums here. Do we know where a 2 is in row 1? Well, I don't know, because does the 17 go down? Does the 10 go down? Or does the 10 go... I guess we could say the 10 can't go this way. Because it would run into this, right? And I probably... Oh, I could put a digit over top of that. Huh? X subs look into the grid, don't they? That's what it seems like, but Meme Rister said, warning, this is a troll puzzle. And there's no way that 19 works here. So the only thing I can assume is that 19 is going to go down. Okay. If this could only see left or down, I would think it can't go left because I have the word odd from the previous puzzle, but it could mean, well, it would mean that I would have to use the digits from the previous puzzle, and I'm gonna meta game and say we're not doing that. So I would think that the 10 needs to go down into the grid. But I needed 2 up here because of Sudoku. I guess like this 17 could go this way and use the 10. But 17 might go down here. I don't know how to think about this. I know that 19 definitely goes down here. How far? I don't know. We could have ones all the way down here. What can it be below 19? Yeah, are we going past the grid? Do we stop here? Could it mean the 19 is on the other side because big is taking that space? I don't know what that means. Neither 10 or 17 can go left. 10 in an odd quantity of digits is impossible. And the 10 makes the 17 also impossible. That considering the digits from the previous grid. Oh, I was joking about putting ones down here. Previously in other sections of this, we were supposed to ignore the stuff from the previous puzzle, but I think if there's already text here, I don't want to do anything else off the edge of the grid. So I think 10 needs to go down. I don't think I would need to put other stuff here on top of the previous stuff. So let's say 10 goes down. I can't put a 2. This because of Sudoku would be a 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't make this a 2 because I am still using the digits 1 through 6. This would have to be an 8. If I did 3, I could do 3 and, or I could do 10 in 3 digits. I could do 10 in 4 digits, but I can't do 10 in 5 digits. Same thing with 17. I can't do, like, if I want to do 7 and 10 to sum to 17, this would mean I'm actually using 7 cells. So if we take this down also, this is also going to be a 2, 3, 4, 5 just because of Sudoku. I can't do a 2 because this would have to be 15. 3 cells at a maximum. This would be 3, 5, and 6, which is only 14. 4 would be possible. 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3. Yeah, if I think about the outside, 1 and 3, or 1 and 2 on the outside would get me 18. So I have some space. 5 would be fine. So this cell and this cell are the same, meaning 2 goes here. That's not what that means. This could be a 3. I think it does mean that this cell and this cell are the same. I'm guessing 3 is below it. Oh, below the 19, you're guessing this is a 3? If this is a 4, then this is a 5, which breaks this. So this has to be a 3. And then this cell and this cell are going to be the same. I don't want to get rid of the coloring that we worked so hard on here. But if I leave it shaded with the pink and the orange, it's going to mess up what we do in the future. With double clicking on regions and stuff like that. Like that. There you go. This cell and this cell are the same. If I need to do 10 in 3 cells now, then this needs to sum to 7. This is going to be a 1, 6, 4, 5. I could do 1 and 6. I can't do 4 and 3. I could do 5 and 2, or I could do 6 and 1. 17 in 4 or 5 cells. It means if this is a 5, then the outside would need to be a 4. If this is a 4, then the outside would also need to be 4, so it'd be a 1 and a 3. So this cell ends up being a 4, 1, or 3. Okay. 19 going down. If we're assuming that we can't go off the grid down here, I can't put a 1 here. I can't do a 2. Well, what if I do? What if this is a 2 and what if this is a 17? Oh, there's no way to get 2 with the next sum, is there? So this might be a 3 then. And then this would be like a 2 and a 1. And then these two would have to sum to 16. 2x sum, no use. I think 3, 2, and 1 here. 1 can't go here. 1 also can't go here, which means I need to take 6 out of here. Oh, 2 also can't go here, so this is a 6, so this is a 1. So this one's done. This can't be a 1 anymore. Okay, 3, 2, 1 is good. These two are going to sum to 16. Okay, I actually think I don't know how far I'm going. Well, I also have to go this way. Oh my gosh. Okay, can I do Sudoku actually? 1 is gonna go here or here. 2 is gonna go here or here. Never mind, maybe not. 6 is gonna go here or here. You cannot go off the grid. Okay. 3, 1, 6. There are some rules to the no rules allowed thing. This can't be a 2, so it's a 4 or a 5. So one of these is definitely a 2. Could this be a 1 and this could one of these has to be a 1. Oh, one of these has to be a 1. So one of these will have to be a 1, meaning if okay, 19 minus 3 is 16. One of these is going to be a 1, one of these is going to be a 15. Which one do I want to be 15? If I did 15 here, can I do 15 with the 3? The other one would be 6 and 5 maximum, which would only get me to 14. So this would have to be a 4 if the 15 goes here. If this is a 15, row 1, column 6 can't be 5. The sum won't work. If this is a 5 and I make this a 4, if this is 15, this would be a 4. But if this is 15, this cell has a lot more options. It only sees a 2. I wouldn't want it to be a 1. I wouldn't want it to be a 3. It would have to be a 4, 5, or 6. If this is the 15. So this is a 1, 4, 5, or 6 then, really. Ooh. Okay, if this is a 3, that means this is a 1, so this is a 1. So this is a 15, but that doesn't work with 3, so this can't be a 3. This has to be a 1 or a 4. But then this also can't be a 3. If this is a 4 and this is 1, 3, that doesn't work because the 1 will go with the 1, the 3 would need to go with 15, and that doesn't work. So this has to be a 4, and this has to be a 5. That's the only way that's going to work. meaning this is a 1, so this is a 1. This is going to be a 15. If this is 4, then this is 5. I'm including all of these. This is not a 5 or a 4, it's a 6. So this is a 4, and this is a 3. Okay, 3 is done. That's done. This needs to be 15 and 4 cells. Why can't 19 go to... 19 can't go to the left because the cells, the whole row sums to 21. So the cells outside this 19 would have to be 2. And I can't put a 2 here, and there's no way I can get a 2 in 2 cells. This is a 4, 5. This also becomes a 4, 5. So this is a 4, so this is a 5, so this is a 4. This becomes a 2, 5. This is a 3, 6. 4 cells to get 15. This needs to be 11. Before you use the check, get rid of the digits outside the grid. Pencil marks are fine. Okay. Actually, just do this then. These 3 need to sum to 11. If this is 15, this would need to be 6. Cool. Maybe I'm gonna think about that. I could do 1, 5. I can't do 2, 4. I can't do 3, 3. So this would have to be 1, 5. And this is gonna be all the other digits. All the other digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 2, 3, 6. This can't be a 5, it's a 2, so this is a 5. This can't be a 2, it's a 3, 6. This is a 3, 6. This is a 2, 4, 3, 6. This can't be a 4. This can't be a 3. This can't be a 2 or a 6. Uh-oh, am I missing something? More Sudoku, maybe. This can't be a 6. This can't be a 3. This can't be a 5. This is a 3, 6 pair. So this is a 2. This can't be a 2. It's a 3, 4, 4, 6, 3, 6. This is a 3, 6. This is a 3, 6. This is a 1. This is going to be a 2, 4. But this can't be a 2, so it's a 4. So this is a 2. This makes this a 3, so this is a 6. So this is a 4. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 5. This becomes a 6. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 5. This becomes a 6, and this becomes a 3. This becomes a 5, and this becomes a 4. Whoa! Okay, troll puzzle. Ended up figuring it out. Without the heads up, I would have been convinced I broke it. Cool. The pedaling pianist just had a birthday. Yesterday, right? Or the day before? Lepidoptera by the pedaling pianist. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Full rank arrows. If the 6 numbers formed by reading the 2 digits on an arrow. Okay. If the 6 numbers formed by reading the 2 digits on an arrow in the direction of the arrow were listed in size order, the digit in the... I've done one full rank puzzle, and it was a troll full rank puzzle, and so I got bad vibes, and I have avoided them ever since. If the 6 numbers formed by reading the 2 digits on an arrow in the direction of the arrow were listed in size order, the digit in the arrow's circle represents its ranking within the list from lowest 1 to highest 6. There are no tied ranks, that is, the circle digits contain no repeats, and the 2-digit numbers contain no repeats. Okay, so if the 6 numbers formed by reading the 2 digits on an arrow in the direction of the arrow were listed in size order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if this was like a 1 and a 4, this would be 14. This number is the ranking of where 14 occurs in relation to all of these other ones, right? I don't know, I'm just making up digits. This could be like a 65. I'm repeating digits. This could be like a 43. So if we take 43 and 65 and 35 and 25 and 14 and 16, This number would be the ranking 1 through 6 that 14 occurs in all of these. So 14 is the lowest, so this would be a 1. If I understand right, that's how that's going to work. They're not sum arrows. There is also no repeats in these. So we can shade. Okay, cool. And the 2-digit numbers contain no repeats. So if I have this is a 2 and this is also a 2, I know that these will be different. Okay. Let's start with shading, I think. I rewrote the rules to heavily imply that it was not normal exomes. The question mark was nice. The hints in the help page are basically like, you didn't break it, it's a troll. For 3, 2, 1, it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Wait, what? Yeah, that's true. Anyways, I gotta go. Good luck. Have a good one, Mean Mercer. Thanks for popping in. Red, blue. The numbers in order? I think we're thinking about the rules differently. Like, we're just reading the number on the arrow, not this part. So, like, if this was a 2 and a 1, this would be 21. And this is the ranking 1 through 6 of 21 compared to all the other 2-digit numbers. I know that this is going to be a 2, 6 because of Sudoku. Yeah. It means that this won't be a 2 or a 6. Oh gosh. um okay, green is going to be one of these. Yellow is going to be one of these. Blue is going to be one of these. Okay, one of these is green. Meaning this is green. Okay, we're getting somewhere. This is a good start. It also means that let's get rid of this. This is going to be blue and yellow. Pink is going to go down here. Green in column 1. Okay, perfect. Green is going to go up here. Yellow can't go here. And maybe not here or here. Blue. Okay, let's start with red. Red is going to go up here. Other than that, no clue. No clue on red. Red is not green. I need something that's more filled in. We got this column really nice, but then green, yellow, blue. Blue is going to be one of these. I might leave that one of these is green. Red goes up here. It was, I liked, I kind of thought about, like, if this is a 2 and this is a 2, then I know that these two will be different. But I don't quite have that yet. These could both be green because I know that these are going to be different. That's okay. Where can rank 1 go? Oh, wow, you're way ahead of what I was thinking about. Rank 1. Okay, if this was rank 1, this can't be a 1. So the first 2-digit number would have to be at least 23. Which could be fine. I mean, I have all of the digits from the smallest number I can use is 12. The biggest number I can use is 65. So it could be fine that I have 23 as the smallest rank. Or I could put 1 somewhere like here. Oh no, even then. This can't be a 1. Ooh, so I don't think any of the tens places can be a 1. If they are a 1, they're not the smallest number, which I don't think is going to work. Okay, going through that again. If this is a 1, it means it's the smallest number. But then this can't be a 1. So the smallest this could be would be 23, meaning all of the other 2-digit numbers are bigger than 23, which is fine, not ideal, but it also means none of the tens places could ever be a 1, if the smallest is 23. If we do make a ones place, or a tens place a 1, it couldn't be the smallest, because the only situation where the tens place doesn't see the, what do I call the circle, this rank circle? The only situation where it doesn't see it is here, but this can't be a 1. Which would mean this wouldn't be the smallest rank, so this would have to be like a 2, but then that would mean that rank 1 is smaller than this, and that wouldn't work. I don't think we can ever use a 1 in the tens place. So I don't think any of these can ever be a 1. Neither are they 6. Ooh, if you think about the other side of it. This can't be a 6 because of Sudoku. This is the only arrow where they could be the same digit here. But this can't be a 6. In all of these other situations, if this was a 6 for the highest rank, it can't start with the 6. It would have to start with a 5 at most. So it'd be like 54 at the biggest. Oh, so none of these could be 1s or 6s. That's cool to think about. What do I do with that? Okay, so 1s can't go here. Is there somewhere where I'm super limited? I'm not really seeing it. It's good to know. I don't know. It means that green is not a 1, but I already knew that. Never mind. Mark them all? What, like penciling them as 2, 3, 4, 5? That these can't be 1s or 6s? I think this is something I would want to just remember and keep track of. I don't know if penciling 2, 3, 4, 5 across the whole grid would be helpful to me. I also enjoy pencil marks. I think this is the most filled in, where like this would have to be a 1 or this would have to be a 1, but I don't, not seeing it right now. Okay, green is not a 1 or a 6. I'll go ahead and, this is going to be a 2, 3, 4. It sees a 5. Blue is also not 1. Yellow is not a 2 or a 6. If this is a 2, 3, 4, this is also a 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that means rank 1 is going to have a 2 in the tens place. So this would be like 1, 2, or 1, 2, or 1, 2. God, I could skip 2 and go to 3, couldn't I? I'm possibly. There's going to be repeats in the tens place. The tens place isn't all different because they're only 2, 3, 4, or 5. Would I see something? This can't be a 5. These are fine to be whatever they want to be. This can't be a 3. This can't be a 2. Something here needs to be a 1 or a 6. For 1, It can't be blue, it can't be green. Four and five can't go here. Green is one of these. Red is one of these. I can't have repeats. This is gonna be really helpful, right? What about the ones place? I don't think that really helps. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say this can't be a 1 because this can't be a 2, but never mind. I also don't know that they're not all crammed inside 30s and 40s. Let's look at that. Do these, how many of these can repeat? This one and this one is definitely different. These two are definitely different, but they could be pink and green again. Okay, never mind. Maybe this isn't helpful. This one and this one need to be different, but this one could be the same as this one. This one and this one need to be different, but this one could be the same as either one of these. Shoot, never mind. Ah, shoot. Um, oh, that was such a good step. The ones and the sixes not being able to go here, but I don't know what to do with that now. I need one of these to be a 1 and one of these to be a 6. This is not 1, this is not 1. These are also never going to be like 22 or 33 or 44. They're going to be two different digits from each other. Also, does that tell me anything? 3 and 4 definitely occur down here. 1 and 5 definitely occur up here. That's really all I know from the digits. If they are only 2 digits on the tens, where do they go on the bulbs? If it, you meaning when I said, what if this was all in the 30s and 40s? Like, where would 3 and 4 go on the bulbs? That's another thing to think about. This digit sees all of these bulbs. But it is this bulb. This digit sees all of these, but it would be yellow or blue. It barely works with green and yellow. Oh, I don't understand that maybe. If there are only 2 digits on the tens, where do they go on the bulbs? It barely works with green and yellow. I don't understand maybe. 1 needs to go in here somewhere, and it can't go here. And it also can't go here. Maybe tracking what the numbers could be can help. The ranked 2-digit numbers. For example, if all the 2-digit numbers start with 3 or 4, then 3 and 4 could go in the green and yellow bulbs. If these were all 3 and 4. So I was kind of kidding when I said that, but this could not be a 3 or a 4. This could not be a 3 or a 4. This could not be a 3 or a 4. This could not be a 3 or a 4. So this would be 3 and 4. Do I want to think about tracking what the numbers could be can help the ranked 2-digit numbers? So like this could be this just can't be a 4 or a 5. So this could be a 1 2 3 6. So I mean this could be 21, 23, 26, 41, 42, 43, 46, 51, 52, 53, 56. I'm not really sure how to narrow down options. The biggest number possible is going to be 56. The smallest number possible is going to be 21. But that doesn't mean that one of them needs to be 21 or one of them needs to be 56. Just that that's the biggest and smallest possible. I think if row 5, column 5 is a 5, we have some problems. If this was a 5, we have problems. If this is 5, that means that 5 goes down here. We have a 5 here, we have a 5 here, so 5 would have to go here. Because blue can only be 2, 4, 5. Oh wait, why can't this be a 6? Blue can only be 2, 4, 5. But if this is a 5, I'm not following maybe. If row 5, column 5 is a 5, we have problems. Where would the 6 bulb be? Because it would need to start with a 5 if we have 5 on the yellow line. Okay, if this is a 5, it would need to start with 5 if we have... Where would 6 bulb be? This can't be a 6. So if this is a 5, this can't be a 6, which would mean there is something else bigger than this, whatever this 2-digit number is. So this could be like 51 on the smaller side of the 50s. But I would need something else to be 50 something bigger. Okay. And it couldn't be this one. It couldn't be this one. What if this is a 6 and this is like 54 though? This one might be fine. But I do see it's restricted. Alex got a daily. Hello, hello. Oh, there's an ad. You can't hear what I'm saying. Never mind. Hello. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick if there's an ad. I'm gonna B or B. That would mean row 4 column 4 is not 5 5 bulb broken. Oh wait. Okay, I'm gonna highlight these. And I'll look at this when I get back. There's an ad, so I don't want to do too much. BRB. Never mind, the ad ended. I didn't even go anywhere. We're looking at this. If this is a 5, this can't be a 6. It could still be a 5, though. These could both be 5. 5 goes up here. One of these would be a 5. This seems fine. But I would need a 6 somewhere, which would be bigger than this. What if it's 51 or whatever this is? It would have to be a 5 in the tens place again. I could do it. This can't be a 6. If this is a 5 and this is a 5, then this can't be a 5. Okay, once I pencil this, I see that. Okay, row 4, column 4 is not 5. 5, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that sounds good to me. This can't be a 5. Well, that also is a good question of... I saw what you said Portia's about like 30 something, 40 something. In my head there's just still so many options. I'm not sure how I would start to look at that. Whatever the 6 bulb is there a way it doesn't start with a 5? But I think there's a lot of options still. One of these is blue. It could be a 2 or a 6. What other specific ones can we look at? 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. These are different. We do have a 3 and a 4 down here for sure. The first or last number are in column 1 at least. Are they? This can't be a 1 or a 6. But this could be a 1. This could be a 2 something. This could go like 1, 2, 1, right? This could be like a 6, 5, 4. I don't see how they would have to go here. Should I try shading differently, maybe? I'm not against these being repeats. Either 1 or 6. Okay, I don't understand that. Either 1 or 6 supposed to be in a circle in column 1, but I don't know how much that helps. Because of the 2, 3, 4s. Okay, either one of them, not both of them. I could only have 1 out of 1 or 6 off the circle, so one of them will be here. Okay. But not both of them necessarily. One of them could still go up here. Okay. If it's the first one, I probably wanted to start with a 2. But again, I'm not sure that it has to. I'm gonna try shading differently. I know that each of the circles has to be a different number, but... what if I start with that each of these has to be a different number? I know that this can't be red. Or maybe... whatever this digit is definitely goes here. Okay. That's kind of what I had already. That's really the only deduction I can see with the shading. One of these is a 3 or a 4. One of the bulbs has to be the same as the 10 digit. If you go 1, then you would need at least a 2. But then the 2 could not use a 1 unless it has a place to duplicate. I think yellow is the only place you can duplicate. Okay, so the bulb with the 1 in it has to start with at least a 2. And then the bulb with the 2 in it can't use another 2 unless I do it here. So I can't go back down to 1 ever. I see what you mean. I'm gonna have to duplicate a digit at some point. Well, tens place can only be 2, 3, 4, 5. If 1 starts with a 2 and then I don't duplicate 2, so 2 goes to the 30s. And then 3, if I don't duplicate a 3, then 3 goes to the 40s. And then 4, if I don't duplicate a 4, then 4 goes to the 50s. But then 5, if I don't duplicate a 5, goes to 60s, which is not possible. Yeah, I would have to. The only overlap here I have is 4. Wow, is that... Yeah, because if I go through that again real quick, wherever the 1 rank is, it doesn't start with a 1. It's not anything in the teens, so it has to start with a 2. And then in order for the second rank to be bigger than this, and if I don't duplicate a digit, it would jump up to 3. And then in order for the third rank to be bigger than the second rank, if I don't duplicate 3, 3, I have to jump up to 40. And if I keep going, I get stuck. And so I do have to duplicate a digit somewhere. The only place I can where they don't see each other is going to be right here. And the only number that does overlap is a 4. Ooh. Meaning none of these will be a 4. So I can take 4 out of here. Wow, that was a really cool deduction there. Nice. That also means that this is not a 4. It also means that this is not a 4. Nice. Okay, Sudoku with 4s though. I need a 4 down here and it's not red. So it's gonna go here or here. I need a 4 here and it's not pink. So one of these is gonna be a 4. And I need a 4 in here. It's not green and it can't go up here. This could be yellow and this could be a 4. Oh, this is the only place 4 can go in the column. 4 can't go here because of Sudoku, and then it can't go in the bulbs, and then it can't go here because of Sudoku, so that's a 4. Meaning it's yellow. And this is gonna be blue. Now, is this a 40 that is bigger or smaller than this 40? That's something to think about. One of these is definitely a 4. And one of these is definitely a 4. I don't know yet. But if this is a 2 or a 3 to start, it's definitely bigger than the 4th rank. Or smaller, smaller, smaller. It's smaller. So this needs to be a 1, 2, 3. If this starts... Oh, this could start with a 5. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The 5 must start with a 4. Ooh. Purple is either 3 or 5. Could I not jump farther? I can't have any other duplicates because this is the only one. So, if 3 is smaller than this, I could go like 3, 4. But if I were to go 2, 4, how many of these can start with a 4 in the tens place again? Only this one could. So I don't have enough options if I were to do that. The 6 will not start with a 4, so the 6 will start with a 5. These are my only options for having a 4 in the tens place. And this one can only be a 2 and a 3. So there's no way that 6 could start with a 4. Okay. So 6 will have to be bigger, and 6 will have to start with a 5. So this can't be a 6. One of these is going to have to be a 6. Either blue or orange will be a 6. Okay. I'm going to leave that for now. Either blue or orange is 6, for sure. If we go the other way, this could be a 3 and a 2. They could all start in the 40s, couldn't they? I think it'd be possible. Oh, I need to take digits out of here. This is definitely smaller than this, so it can't start with a 5. I think I might want to pencil Sudoku. It can only be 3 or 4 because 5 would need to go with 6. Oh, this also can't be a 2 because if this went 3, 2, then the second and first rank would also need to start with a 2, and I don't have room for that. Only orange and red can be 1. This can't be blue, or this can't be 1. So one of these has to be a 1. Okay. And 1 would need, if 1 doesn't start with a 2, then when I go, then it would start with a 3. And when I go up to 2, that could also start with a 3, and then 3 could start with a 4. That would be fine. I don't think 1 has to start with a 2. I'm not convinced, but one of these being a 1 is fine with me. Only orange and red can be 1. We need 3 lines starting with a 4. The 3, 4, and 5 bulbs all start with 4. Really? 3 can't start with 3. If it started with a 2, that would mean 2 also starts with 2, and that's bad. So 3 needs to jump up to 4. And the same reason with 5. 5 can't start with the 5. It can't go up to 6, so 5 needs to start with the 4. So we do need 3 options that start with a 4. And they're gonna have to be 3 and 5. This is the only other place where 4 can go in the tens place. So I'm making this a 4. This would not be a 4. I don't want this to be a 2. I want this to be 3, 5, but this can't be a 5, so it's gonna be a 3. So this is gonna be a 5. Meaning green is 3. This won't be a 3. This is gonna be a 1, 2. That's fine. What else do I get to clean up with this? All of these are different. I have a 1, 2, and 6 left. This can't be a 1. This is a 2 or a 6. This can't be a 6 because it needs to be smaller. This is a 1 or a 2. This could go 6, 5. Okay. I do know that this digit needs to be smaller than this digit, and then this digit's gonna be bigger than those. Oh, can I do something cool with that, actually? Blue needs to have 2 digits smaller than it. And so this can't be a 2. This will have to be a 6. This is going to be a 2, and this is going to be a 6. This needs to be the biggest of the 40s. I probably want this to start with the 5. If it started with a 3, it'd be too small. I could also make this. So this is gonna be 50 something. This can't be a 4, so this is a 4. I think I have all my 4s placed now. This can't be a 5 because C is a 5. I don't know between those yet. Okay. This number has to be smaller than a 6. It can't be a 5 or a 4, so this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, but I have to have a number smaller than this one. So this can't actually be a 1. This is going to be a 2, 3. This is going to be a 1, 2, because this could be a 3 at the biggest. So that makes this a 3, meaning it's green. And this is not green. Right now, both of these start with green, so it depends which one of these is going to be smaller for which one happens here. This is going to be red. This is yellow. This is yellow. Shading is important. Okay, what else do I know? 2, 3, 1, 2. This is a 1, 2, 3, but it can't be a 3. So this is a 1, 2 pair, making this a 3. So this is 43. This just needs to be smaller than that, so that's fine. This is the orange 1, 2. This is going to be blue and pink. So this is a 5, 6. This needs to be a 6 because of Sudoku. Meaning this won't be a 6. This will be a 5. This will be a 6. So this is blue. This is blue. This is pink. Whoops. Okay, this is pink. This is 36. This is 35. So this is smaller. So this is a 1. So this is a 2. We didn't have anything in the 20s. We only had 1 in the 50s. Wow. This becomes a 2 because of Sudoku. This becomes a 1. This, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 2. This is either a 1 or a 2. It sees a 2, so this is a 1, so this is a 2. This, 1, 2, 3, it looks like. These need to be 2 and 5. This is going to be a 2, and this is going to be a 5. This is going to be a 1, and this is going to be a 6. First rank is 35. Second rank is 36. Third rank is 41. 43. 46. 52. Woo! I'm fine with not having any more full rank puzzles. Peddling Pianist, I enjoyed the puzzle. I appreciate the work that went into it. Holy cow. I saw somebody set a full rank, I think it was Matt Thrag, set a full rank puzzle for his birthday the other day. Holy cannoli. We did it! Lewis 6, that's funny. Oh my gosh, the force deduction was crazy. There was a couple times where I was like, yeah, chat, I believe you, I trust you. you take the reins. I think I have brain power for like one more. Woo! Well done. Good job, chat. We're a good team. I did record my video for tomorrow before stream, so I'm not doing that after stream tonight at least. Oh yeah! If you don't follow me on YouTube, I post daily videos now that I've before SudokuCon I was really busy, but I post daily videos again. Sudoku puzzles. Whirlpool by Darth Paradox. Only 5. Okay, yeah, that's only 5 away from 2K subs. That's also important. I think it was actually 4 away last time I checked. 5 away from 2K subs on my main channel. I'll pull up on my phone. Boop, boop, boop. Refreshing. 4 away. It's at 1996 right now. Whirlpool. Darth Paradox. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Average arrows. A digit in a circle is equal to the average of the digits on the attached arrow. Oh my god. A digit in a circle is equal to the average of the digits on the attached arrow. Each circle has exactly one attached arrow. The other arrow that intersects... Okay, hold on. Each circle has exactly one attached arrow. Okay. The other arrow that intersects each circle travels straight through it without turning, and arrows have been colored / varied in thickness for clarification. Okay, so it just means that, so this arrow goes all the way through here. This arrow goes through here. Okay, just for the design. Okay. Digits are allowed to repeat along the arrows as normally allowed by other rules. Very cool, very cool. Averages. Can't use decimals in this puzzle, can I? This is gonna be a 1 and a 5. So, if this is a 1, that means the average of this, what needs to happen in order for the average of these digits to be 1? Average is add them all up and divide them by how many digits you added together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In order to add all these together and divide it by 4 to get 1, it's going to have to sum to 4, meaning it would be 1, 1, 1, 1. I don't want that to happen. Oh my gosh. 1 and above is going to be a problem. A, include the intersecting circle in the average. So, like, for this circle, it goes this way. So it would be this digit plus this digit plus this digit plus this digit plus this digit. I think that was more clarifying how it visually works, because you can see the teal line going through the circle, but it also kind of goes behind it. So I think it was just clarifying, like, you do use all of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 numbers that sum together and divide by 4 to get 5. So if I do 5 times 4, I need these to sum to 20. Holy. On average, these are gonna be about a 5, probably like a 4 and a 6, right? I could do 4, 6, 4, 6. I actually might need to. I actually might need to. Let's start off by penciling. This is gonna be a 3, 5, 6 because this is on an arrow. This sees a 2 and a 3, so it's gonna be a 1, 4, 5, 6. This is also gonna be 1, 4, 5, 6. I don't want it to be a 1. I don't want decimals. This sums to 11, 14, 19. This sums to 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is 4, this could be a 1, this would be 20, and this could be a 4. So 4 and 1 is an option. If this was a 5, what did I say? I forgot already. This is 19. So if this is a 5, I need this to be 25, so this would be a 6. So either this is a 4 and a 1, or this is a 5 and a 6. There's no way this could get to 30. This would have to be 11. 4 and 1 or 5 and 6. This can't be a 4 or a 5. And the other 4, 1, 5, 6 would go here. Okay. Interesting. Do I want to try looking at this again since I know this is a 5? Candidates in box 2 might be useful. I keep going. You're not an idiot. 1, 2, 4 sums to 7. I need these to be pretty big numbers. If this is a 1, then these 3 need... What? I needed this to be 20. So if this is a 1, these 3 need to be 19. The biggest this can be is 6 and 5, which is 11, so this would have to be an 8. If this is a 2, these would have to sum to 18. This would be 11 max, so this would have to be a 7. This is going to have to be a 4. Meaning these 3 now need to sum to 16. I could do 5, 6, 5. I think that's my only option. I I could do 466 or 565, but this has to be a 5 or a 6. This is definitely using a 6, but it's either a 4-6 or a 5-6. Let's look at this being a 4, 5, or 6. Maybe that would help. 1, 2, 3, 4. If this is a 4, this would be 16. If this is a 5, this would be 20. If this is a 6, this would be 24. Okay. The way I think about average is for 5 average. If I have 2 6s, we need 2 4s. Yeah, that's kind of how I think about like arrows and cages and stuff otherwise, like thinking about it the other way. Or with little killers, where I know like the whole diagonal. If I think about averages when I do little killers most of the time, like, oh, if this is a 72 and I have 9 numbers, they need to be on average an 8 and that kind of thing. So it's interesting thinking about this the other way now. You couldn't put a 1 in a circle before. 6 is similar. If this is 6, this needs to be 24, which on average would make these 6s. If anything is lower than a 6, I would need to have some things higher than a 6 to balance them out, but that's not going to be possible. And there's no way that every one of these could be a 6 because these see each other. So if this is this is average of 5. So these cancel each other out. These either need to both be a 5 or one needs to be a 4 and one needs to be a 6. So let's just make a little assumption that I don't want both of these to be a 5. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 6 is 14, plus 6 is 20, divided by 4 is 5. Very cool. Did that clean anything up? Good assumption. 6 is going to be one of these. That's okay. 6 is going to be one of these. Might be fine. So now I know that this is a 4. So these need to sum to 16. They need to be an average of 4s. This can't be a 4. Okay. Oh, did I get more with this? No, I don't think I really did. One of these is a 4. This can't be a 6 and this can't be a 6, so this is a 6. It means that this won't be a 6. Okay, I probably want it to be pretty high because this is a 4 or 5 to start. But these still depend on each other. At our Doku Pillory. How's it going, Glum Hippo? Hello, hello. Okay, 16. Average of 4 here. Gotta be pretty big numbers. The lowest number, well, the highest number I could use is a 6. I could squeeze one in down here. So if I used a 6, I could go down to a 2. But I don't want to use a 1 anywhere here. Well, I could use a 1 if I had 2 other high numbers to balance it out. It doesn't have to be 1 to 1. Never mind. Technically would be fine. So I want to look at this maybe. It can't be a 4 or 6. And it's got to be kind of big if this is a 4 or a 5. Do I want to think harder about summing to 16 maybe? This could be a 5. This could be a 5. That's already 10. Then these two would just need to sum to 6. It's not too difficult. I think I'm okay with that. Phil might be here. Might be, but not for long. Let's look at this one maybe. This, because of Sudoku, could be a 1, 2, 3, or a 5. I don't want it to be a 1. Each of these would have to be 1, and that would be bad. If it's 2, then these 3, 2 times 3 is 6, so these 3 would have to sum to 6. This could be a 4, 1, 1, but that breaks Sudoku. So I don't want this to be a 2. If this is 3, this would have to sum to 9. 4, 2, and 3. Might actually be fine. If this is a 5, this would have to sum to 15. This can't be a 4 or a 6. This could be a 5 and a 4. That's only 9. This would have to be a 7. That's the biggest that these two could be. If this is a 5, the biggest this would be is a 3. If I make this a 5, this could be 5, 4, but that's only 9. So to get 15, this would have to be a 6, but it can't be. I actually can't go that big. That's interesting. It has to be the smaller option. Whirlpool by Darth Paradox. Yep. This is number 60 something. It's not actually number 229. 61. If this is an average of 3, this needs to be 9, I said. Okay, so this could be a 4, and these two could sum to 5. This could be a 1, and this could be a 4. I could do 4, 4, 1. Or if this was a 2, this would be a 3, which would not work. This could be a 3, and this could be a 2. Or this could not be a 4, just kidding. If this is a 5, I need these two to sum to 4. They could both be 2s. But this, I can't do 1, 3. Because this can't be a 1 or a 3. Did I have certain options there that ended up getting narrowed down, or maybe only one thing works? I don't think so. 4, 4, 1's not good. If I do 4, 4, 1. If this was a 4, this was a 1, wasn't it? Is that how it worked out? If bulb 4, okay, so 4, 4, 1 does not work because this was a 4 and a 1. Good catch. Which means I take out, was the only way that 1 worked here. Oh shoot, which options did I have? 4, 4, 1 is not an option. Do I need to actually take anything out that was only used once? If this was a 5, could this be a 4? This needs to be 9. Okay, so there's no way 4 works here. This has to be a 2. To get 9, this needs to be 7 now because this is a 2. 4, 3, or 5, 2. Which looks fine. I definitely need a 2 here. Okay. Do I want to look at this again if I know this is a 3? This needs to be 16. This is a 3, so this needs to be 13. These are seeing more and more digits. 13 and 3 cells. I mean, I like 6, 6, and 1. Um, six either goes here or here. 6 either goes here or here. That's okay. Should I pencil more options? One of these is a 4. This needs to be a 3, 4, 6. That's fine. Okay, let's look at actual options for this. If this is a 4 and I have 4 options here, the whole thing needs to be 16 to get an average of 4. So these highlighted cells need to sum to 13. This can't be a 4 or a 6, but it could be a 5. And then these two need to be 2 different digits that sum to 13 minus 5 is 8. I can't do 2, 6. I could do 3, 5. That looks fine. If this can't be a 5, then this would be a 4, and this would be a 3. But that doesn't break anything. That's okay. If this is a 3, this would need to be 2 numbers that sum to 10. This would be a 6, so this would be a 4. That would be the only way that works. If this is a 4, then this is a 5, and this is a 6. 4, 6. Never mind. That would be fine. But I don't want to go any lower. If this was a 2, then these would need to be 2 cells that sum to 11, but this can't be... Oh. Oh, would that work? If ball, that won't work. The 3 won't work? If this is a 3, then these need to sum to 10, so it would be a 4 and a 6. This one won't work. If this is a 4, then this is a 5, which makes this a 6. If this is a 5, then this needed to be a 2. I don't see how this one doesn't work. This would be a 5, this would be a 3. 4, 5, 6, this would be a 1. 3 would go up here. This would be a 4. Did I mess up one of the other sums? This was 4, 1, or 5, 6, right? 5, 3. The first one you tried. The 5 wouldn't work. If this is a 5, this pink cells need to be 13. So if this is a 5, this would need to be 8. I can't do 2, 6. I can't do 1, 7. So it'd have to be 3, 5. If this was a 5, and this was a 3, and this was a 5, then this is a 4, and this is a 1, and this is a 3. 3 would have no place in here. Oh, that's a jump. Okay. If this is a 4 and this is a 3, it means that 3 needs to go here. Which causes some stuff here. Oh gosh. So this can't be a 3. I need to take out the option for 3, 3, 5. No, that wasn't it. It was 5. 5 was the issue. That being a 5 and this summing to 8 being a 3 and a 5. What if I go lower to 2? That's what I was looking at next. If row 6 column 3 is a 3, I think we have a problem. Oh, if that's a 3. Okay. If this is a 2, I haven't tried that yet. If this is a 2, this would need to be 11, which would be 5 and 6. This would be the 6 and this would be the 5. If that happens, this would be a 5, this would be a 4. This would be a 2. 4, 3. 4, 3. Again, that would be an issue. If this is a 2, then this is a 6 and this is a 5. This is a 4. 4, 3 causes an issue where I don't have anywhere for 3 down here. Yikes. Going through each option did work. This is a 3, so in order to get 10 here, this needs to be a 6 and a 4. That's the only way it works. This becomes a 5, and I need this to be 9. So if this is 7, this needs to be another 2. Meaning 2 goes down here. This means that 6 can't go down here or here, so this needs to be a 6. This needs to be a 1. Double check this. If this is a 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 25. 6 and 5 is 11, plus 6 is 17, plus 8 is 25. Looks good to me. This becomes a 1, so this becomes a 2, so this becomes a 1. This becomes a 2. This becomes a 4, 5. This is a 4, so this is a 5, and this is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3. Yay! The digits you entered are correct. Very cool. I think that is it for me. We've done a lot of Sudoku today. Oh boy. We made good progress. Did we? We made it through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puzzles. This is the hardest puzzle on the whole Katadoku so far. It's gotta be. Oh my gosh, that one was tough. That one was tough. These are some good ones though. Hey, Luna, again, you're like 30 minutes early. Your food will go off in 36 minutes. Can you count? She went, "Meow." She jumped up and scratched or tried to get my attention. Wait until you get to the glip puzzle. I didn't have fishing on the whole stream, but if anybody wants to fish... Oh, there's Skojo's going through now. Oh, what does it mean Q is paused? My bad. That's for this fishing game I have. Normally it's in the top corner of the stream, but I turned it off during Sudoku because it gets distracting. That's what it's for. On Twitch, you can type !fish, and then you catch a random fish. Or a Pokemon. Normally I have it on throughout the stream, and people try to collect stuff. Nice. Jason's been waiting for it for 4 hours. They probably just heard me talking about it. Ooh. No stream tomorrow per usual. But I'll see everybody on Monday. Nancy Drew Monday! I should probably stream Nancy Drew on YouTube also. It's good to have those together on YouTube. Thanks for helping with puzzles, chat. These were tough. I've been staring at the Q is pause thing for 4 hours straight, just waiting. Good solving. See ya. Thanks for hanging out, chat. Zubat. Lots of Pokemon. Wow. Is anybody streaming Sudoku? It is a little late on a Saturday. Search by category, Sudoku. Nobody else is streaming Sudoku right now? No way. He can't actually. There's no mod command to turn on fishing. It's a button I have to click. Ooh, let's raid Perfect Pineapple. Yes, Luna, I'm ready to give you so much attention since you wouldn't actually let me pick you up during this stream, but that's okay. GNG and stream. Hope everybody has a good Sunday tomorrow. Bye, bye, bye.